Welcome to another round of Spudventures. This week we are playing session 13 of The Forgotten Ones, so take it away, GreatDinn.
Hello everybody, once again, as said, this is a session of The Forgotten Ones, a 5e campaign with a twist using the Dungeon of the Mad Mage module. Joining us as always is Newbiespud playing Usk.
Yo.
We have AvisEcho playing Yuliy.
Hello.
We have Digo playing Victor.
Hello.
We have Azure playing Lander Brightwood.
Hey.
And we have Space Jawa playing Jhank.
Hello in French.
Is it French, Russian, or Austrian? What is it this week?
It's in Lizard. Which I believe uses a lot of, eye movement? I don't know how lizards communicate. I'm not a biologist. Anywho. Last time we saw our heroes, they were in the city of Skullport, which is close to the third level of Waterdeep. Third level of the Undermountain. Sorry, I'm getting all of these proper nouns mixed up. It's been a long day. But they were down there, and they discovered a few new things about themselves and about the situation the Undermountain is dealing with. And they also met a fun person thing named Oquiz, who told them in very simple terms, go somewhere else, please.
Just for a few hours.
Just for a few hours. I need to make sure you don't get evaporated again, because that would be pretty bad. Although I guess since you're not liquid, it would be sublimated, which is worse. Yeah, let's go with that.
Disintegrated.
Sure.
Well, I mean, some of us are 70% liquid, probably.
Disintegrated is a good catch-all term.
Yes, it is.
Dehydrated.
So you, after getting the information you needed about the various ways to get from Skullport to Waterdeep and vice versa, you went up to Waterdeep. You made a solid investment in the Grinning Gobbo explosive shop, or rather, Jhank did. And
Darn right I did.
why not, Yuliy? I mean, you're basically part owner in every pub.
This is true. Carry on.
Yuliy has alcohol. Now Jhank has explosives.
And
two great things that go better together.
that is how we get the Waterdeep cocktail. And you also return Miles' wand in exchange for some potential rituals for Lander to pick up over time.
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing we left off on was y'all returning to Usk's abode on Siren Lane, where Usk realized that someone had already been in the house because the lock was not set.
Did we hear sounds of something from inside?
No, you did not.
We just ended on the realization that someone's been in my house.
So, are you going to enter, or are you going to examine the area, or what would you like to do?
Jhank is going to go around back.
Fair enough.
Well, it's kind of a string of houses.
Yeah, they're kind of crammed together. There's not much of a back, but you can still go around the side, maybe try to find one of the windows.
Well, he's going to go around any other part of the building where they're...
You take the window facing Keltern, and so you two, and he points at Lander and Victor and says, you go behind the house.
All right.
And Yuliy, this happened about the same time that you actually showed up in Waterdeep. You are currently in the south side. You showed up in an abandoned orphanage in the attic of one. So it's going to be a good little while before you can even make it there. Just letting you know.
Yeah, worth mentioning for the watching and listening audience. AvisEcho, Yuliy had a side session thing.
Mm-hmm. which
Internally screaming a little bit.
which will no doubt come into play at some point today.
We will learn about that at some point, I guess.
Yes.
The rest of us don't really know.
presumably.
So yeah, I wait for them to be in position, and I guess I ask them to look in the windows and
Now-
signal me if they see anything.
Now this is what part of the town?
This is West Waterdeep.
Yeah, it's
Castle Ward.
yeah, east of the Lady Dreaming, south of the market. I will make the thing bigger to sort of the central point of this enormous square is
On Waterdeep West players.
yeah.
I knew I picked the wrong
I don't have. Oh, I need to open Waterdeep West.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
opened up south.
Yes, I should have specified that. Maybe I should have just clicked share right off the bat. I'll just go ahead and do that. Boom. There. Everyone should be able to see it now. So, big, enormous
anyway,
square. It boils down to this little spot.
I imagine there's like mainly one main entrance, but there's windows on the sides and the back.
There's one or two small ones. A lot of the houses are built structurally somewhat similar, and they're not big windows. You've specifically chosen a house that does not have windows big enough for anyone but the very smallest of thieves to be able to get through, but they still provide a lookout for you.
Yeah.
Are any of
So-
the windows open?
No, none of them are.
Is there a
And they're
chimney?
not big enough to climb through.
Yeah, they're not big enough for any of you to climb through, no.
Well, yeah, I wasn't
Clearly,
gonna
we're
go
dealing
through
with some
myself.
Clearly, we're dealing with some kind of gnome or kobold.
Clearly.
Except the windows are closed and the door is unlocked.
Mhm. As for a chimney, yes, there is one as well. Though, again, not a big one.
I mean, big enough for an owl?
Probably big enough for an owl, yeah.
Send the owl in to scout. So long as they're not firing the chimney.
There is not smoke currently coming out of the chimney, no.
Then let's investigate.
Okay. Go ahead and roll investigation.
Would that be for outside too, or?
This is more specifically for the owl.
Just need to bring up the owl's thing.
I can do it real fast. Or maybe I can't. Give me a moment. Let's see. It should be NPCs, and we just go owl. And I will go ahead and add owl back into. Owl is friendly. It is in the combat tracker. The owl has a wisdom of +1, and that is investigation, or is investigation intelligence?
It's intelligence.
Oof, that's a -4.
Well, could also just do perception.
Fair.
Perception to just I want to know if someone's currently in the house. That's all
Yeah.
I need to know right now.
Yeah.
We can search ourselves inside, but I
True.
need to know if there's an ambush in there.
True. Yeah, you can just roll basic perception then, which gets a +3. It's a +1 base and then a +3 for skills. So yeah.
Nope, that's not what I meant to do.
Didn't mean literally +3.
Well,
Wow, that's it's not great.
yeah.
Jhank, I will say you smell you can't see too much from your position, but with a 23, you can see that there's not movement in the spot of the house that you are looking through. You do smell blood. It doesn't smell fresh, but you do smell blood.
Where does it smell like it's coming from inside?
It does smell like it's coming from inside the house, yes. And with a 7, not owl's not seeing much.
Yeah.
Probably dark in there.
Well, let's see what we can see
Well,
from
owl, but-
the windows. Are there windows in the back?
I'm just gonna draw my dagger and slowly creak the door open.
Jhank is going to shout from the
Yeah, do that.
Yeah,
Think about that for a second. Okay,
Yeah, never mind.
good. Okay.
He
Gonna
is
test the gap of the door with my dagger to see if there's like anything like connected to the door, like any traps or something.
Nope, does not seem to be the case.
Jhank is going to see if he can climb to the top of the house.
Yes, you can. Athletics.
Okay, athletic. Okay.
Once again, Jhank wants to be high, wants to be tall.
Jhank is like my cat.
Jhank is the cat of the group.
Mediocre. You get a bit of the way up, but it's not. You don't quite make it to the roof because you realize you're digging holes into. Your claws are having some trouble with the brick.
Hey, it's my house. I head inside.
All right.
Dagger at the ready, but
Not a visible one, no.
Should we investigate for a not visible way in?
I mean, you can.
Well, anyways,
It's
Jhank
my-
is going to come.
it's my house.
Yeah, let's
It's
search.
my house.
Search for hidden passages.
Son of a.
You don't notice anything from the outside, no.
Okay.
Jhank is going to,
Well,
Come-
we're also watching the windows, see if anyone manages to sneak out through them.
after his
Yes,
failed
that would be-
time to attempt to climb to the roof, he's going to come around to the front again. I smelled blood. I think it's from in here somewhere.
Yeah, I'm going inside.
One moment.
You got it. Secret conversations across fantasy grounds.
It will be.
Yeah.
Secret typing, secret messages.
Tip tap, tip tap.
Notes
tip, tap.
being passed from across the GM screen.
Fun times, fun times.
Bark.
What would have been the scribbling of a pencil on a notepad is now just typing on a keyboard.
Okay. So, you enter your home, Usk, and it is it's dark. It's, with small windows, you're not getting a lot of natural light. And there are no lit candles or fires anywhere inside. But now that you are inside, you can also smell blood coming from somewhere. It doesn't smell fresh, but it's definitely permeating the area.
Okay.
And
I look for a candle to light.
yeah, you find one fairly easily. You definitely picked up where you keep light sources the last time you were in here, so
Don't
shouldn't
we
be.
all have like darkish vision?
You
Except
do have
for-
dark vision, actually. Now that I think about it, sorry. You wouldn't have this problem.
I still get a light source.
Yeah.
If this is a crime scene, I need to investigate with proper sight.
Mm-hmm. So what happens is, as you light the candle and head into the sort of main area, you can see that someone has written something on the wall in large dwarvish runes. And pinned to the wall is an amulet of Shantae with a dagger through it.
Oops.
I can't read that.
No, you cannot.
No!
Avis can.
No, I can't. I'm angry because I can't read it.
I used to be able to.
This is why you don't get rid of Eyes the Runekeeper, ever.
I'm going to pick it up again next level.
Victor, can you come in here?
I go inside.
Is the note written in blood?
The note is written in blood. It is etched across the wall.
Well, that explains where the smell of blood came from.
Hate not being here.
Would someone... I have no frame of reference for this, but they came to my house for it, so I need an explanation right about now. Victor, can you read this?
I can. And
What does it say?
It says, "You will return the book to us, Victor. Your heretical tome will only cost more lives. Return it so that we may unify the people once more." Sounds like this Victor person is getting you into trouble.
Oh, the guy who came to my house when we were last up here.
Mm,
I feel like it might not be him, but it might be.
Well, yeah,
Hard to tell.
but he passed along the information that I'm connected to Victor somehow.
Hmm.
Again,
So that's
worth
how-
noting,
well-
there's an amulet of Shantae pinned to the wall.
They
Oh.
probably captured him and tortured him.
Coup,
Yeah.
coup, followed, coup.
oh dear.
Well,
An
Well,
amulet
I think
directed that?
your friend is in danger there.
Yeah.
well, we haven't been in towns. We haven't been in towns that long thus far. We could go take care of this problem now before going back down.
Sure, let's just take on an entire organization that
Right?
we don't even know the reason why Victor is on the run from them.
Yep.
I mean, what are they going to do? Kill
Well,
us?
it's the book. The book is the reason.
That's what they're after.
Anyway,
And
I'm gonna go.
Apparently Victor's past life decided that they don't get the book.
Yeah, it's important. So I'm
Several
gonna go
past-
grab the books and scrolls that I borrowed, so I can return them later.
Well, it sounds.
Not those.
Well,
Yeah, I
if they're
know.
going to torture someone and write a bloody message on the wall, then I think the idea of keeping them away from the book is justified.
Well, more than that, the book contains information that I've written on my past times through the Underdark.
That is true. That it's materially useful to us now.
Yeah, and if
Wait,
Wasn't that book supposed
I
to
don't-
not
you
hold
didn't-
writing?
you didn't bring this up before.
No, Victor. I don't think Victor has.
Victor, you mean there's stuff in the book that you wrote from past lives and you didn't tell us?
And you are also
Robert-
correct, real fast. You are also correct, Lander, in that the book has no visible writing in it. Yes.
Well, you probably forgot.
well, it's just one of those things that I was kind of following you guys around. You seem to know what you were doing. I'm sure I would have come up with
Do you have a secret way to read the book?
kinda. It's
Okay, that's what I need to know. It has information. Is any of the information materially relevant to this right now that I need to know because they came to my house, tortured your friend, and sprayed his blood on my walls?
Very
Yeah.
possible that he might be dead too.
that too. Probably
That
not
too.
are kind of dead. Well, in addition to the book having notes that I've taken on past trips through the Underdark and the dungeon down there, I have been able to use the book to commune with my goddess.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
the thing is that,
Maybe you should go talk to her now, find out what this is all about.
well, maybe not here, because it does take a little while. And the thing is,
Sorry, you go on.
it takes a little bit of meditation and prayer to get in touch with my goddess through the book.
Yeah, that reminds me I should probably do that too.
Mhm. And the thing is that part of why the church wants this book back is they don't believe that that's actually happening. They think that it may be some kind of demonic influence that's trying to
Corrupt
invade
you?
my mind and corrupt me. Yes, that.
So how does your goddess feel about her cult? If this is the special way that you get to commune with it.
Well, from what I know, in the few times I've been able to speak with her, for the moment she wants me to protect this book, very much so, and to use it towards our ultimate goal.
Which is?
Well, which is end
Freeing the Undermountain.
Yeah. ending the cycle of undeath that we're kind of.
So our ultimate goal is in the group's ultimate goal, not you and your goddess's ultimate goal.
Correct.
All right.
That's very generous of her. However, she's gotten us in a bit of trouble with the rest of her religion.
This is why gods don't like meddling into the affairs of mortals. They just make
I
things
can see why.
special. Everything just
On
gets.
the other hand, if there was more meddling, then part of this incident could probably be avoided.
If there's more meddling, I think there'd be a lot more damage.
Also worth noting that Shantae is not like a god of combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is very much a very peaceful.
So we're all just being hunted while we're up here. Great.
Well, we were being
Not
hunted
all
down-
of you, just one person.
And
Well,
they
we were
might
being
capture
hunted
us to
down
find out
below,
about him.
so it's not like
Although-
it's that big a difference.
And not to mention that my house is now a crime scene. Eventually, the neighbors are going to call the guards in here, and then this place is going to get investigated.
Yeah,
Anyone know any cleansing magic?
really.
Hold on, I'm looking at everyone's stuff real fast.
Because I don't.
Can I make a roll to see if Jhank knows any secret formulas made from mundane items that does extra good at cleaning up messes?
I mean, I could hose
I'm
it
sure
down.
one of my
but-
past selves knew a cleaner.
Probably. I mean,
Yeah.
if nothing else, you know where to call in a favor to ensure the guards don't come visit.
Yeah, but the neighbors will notice the smell eventually.
Yeah. I mean, you can get both at once, presumably.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
might take
I'll-
prestidigitation next level.
I passed on prestidigitation.
Unless I read prestidigitation wrong, I'm pretty sure it might be able to clean this up.
Yeah.
It can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it can. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also
You
good
have
at
to-
reheating soup.
Yes. I think you have to do it in like 1 foot cubic increments, but
That's pretty.
Still.
That's a lot, though.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
1 cubic foot a minute. So,
15 minutes and boom, you got it all nice and clean.
yeah.
Yep. Which is not bad time.
Mm.
Mm.
The benefits of magic when it comes to crime.
Cleaning.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, I'm dropping by some of my contacts while we're here who I don't remember, but I know that I'm employed with. So I might as well see if I can ask that favor while we're there.
Good idea.
I remove the dagger from the amulet and the wall
I take the amulet.
and give the amulet to Victor. Yes.
Yes.
All right. Do you wish
Is
to
it-
investigate either of those?
The amulet.
Okay. Go ahead and roll
Really
investigate.
All right. Let's
Sorry.
see
You were going to say something you were really hoping for.
that I don't recognize it.
Mm,
You want me to help?
I mean,
I'm going to
Okay.
investigate over your shoulder.
Okay. Yeah.
Honestly, I probably should have given Victor. I think Victor, you probably have advantage of this because you would know more about this specifically.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
Oh, much better.
Yeah. Okay.
Literally double the result.
Yeah. Here is Lander. With your investigation, you can see that sort of basics is that this amulet was removed, was not like torn off. It was very, very carefully removed, set against the wall, and they pierced a section that would not actually damage it in any way. It's despite
It's like through a loop or something. Yeah.
yeah, basically it's still enough to send a message, but it's also very clear that they care very, very deeply about not blaspheming. I guess is the way to phrase it.
Except for like spilling the blood of a worshipers, all over a wall. But
Well, I mean,
Well,
splitting
he-
hairs.
They think he was a
heretic.
heretic, or at least a friend of a heretic.
And Victor, what you can see from this is you can in fact identify a small section of it along the edge of the amulet that indicates that it did in fact belong to your apprentice Eris. But you can also see there is a very, very small indentation in it that doesn't look, it doesn't look naturally part of the amulet. And it just has let me see if I can do this real fast. It has a few very small scratches in it that just say, sorry, I'm trying to think of the best way to like make this to write this note. It has 3 elvish letters sort of scratched into it.
I'm feeling completely illiterate this campaign.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, it's just TLD.
Yeah, TLD.
So,
Wonder what it means.
yep.
Total lost dungeon.
Anyways, is there anything else y'all would like to do in the house?
I'd like to investigate the blood to see how long it's been there.
Okay. Arcana.
That's not what I meant to roll.
Okay. I mean, your investigation is about the same.
It is the same, but well,
I guess we'll go with what you. I guess we'll go with the
That's
official
actually-
investigation roll.
I'm actually going to have Jhank. He's going to also try and figure out how long the blood has been there.
Okay. All right. So in order, Lander, you're not sure. The dealing with blood-based writing is maybe not your forte.
yeah,
we'll
but it's
say
definitely blood.
it's definitely blood, and you can in fact identify that it is not fresh.
Because it is dry.
That's part of it, and also the coloration. You do know enough about biology to know that it has
Blood darkens. Yeah.
different coloration. Usk with a 17, you have a better sort of ID on this. This happened. You're gonna guess based on the coloration, the smell, etc. This happened probably shortly after you met with Eris in the morning.
Yeah.
I think once Eris got confirmation, he was probably dragged here. And when they couldn't find you, well, they did the next best thing.
Ah, lovely.
Jhank with a 21. Here's what I'm gonna say. You can tell that this was not this is not all one person's blood.
Gross.
This
Well.
is it's they did
Leave it to the hunter to know that.
yes.
Yeah.
You were actually picking up some scents that do not belong to half elf. Some of this is animal blood.
Gross.
It's you're getting the sense that they might not have killed him. They might just have done something big and dramatic to make it seem as though they are in fact willing to kill someone, but you're not 100% certain that they did use enough blood that would have killed Eris.
So tell me, is this Shantae? What did she cover again?
Was it agriculture?
Commerce.
Yeah, she's a goddess of agriculture. Let me pull up specifically.
Commerce is Victor's thing.
Yep.
Yes. Victor has sort of a different relationship with Shantae than most. She's a
So-
goddess of agriculture, plants cultivated by humans, farmers, gardeners, summer.
So,
She is a goddess of
Farmers,
life.
that would mean that taking animal blood for something like this would be totally in line with their...
Sure, yeah, just sacrifice a goat for your goddess.
I mean,
of
they might
life,
just have animal blood left over from bloodletting an animal for food.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they... I'm
gotta
trying to
bleed them
confirm that they aren't
first.
some group that would consider animals sacred, and this would be a sign that there's something off on their end as far as... I mean, wouldn't be further evidence that, they murdered animals to put blood on the wall, so... So it appears that, despite appearances...
Sorry, just that slide back into character was both smooth and jarring.
Yeah.
So it appears that despite appearances, this scene is not quite as bad as it looks.
That still leaves us with a hostage then,
Yep.
Yeah. Problem with that is
which
going-
is arguably worse in terms of logistics of us being up here.
especially since time is limited. If we go to meet them to try to rescue the hostage, we're kind of playing into their plan to get the book back. Well, got that.
So let's check out that dagger.
Yeah.
You mind?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
That's not good.
Look, I know daggers,
It's
okay?
a dagger. That's about all I know.
It's
Yeah.
pointy.
Yeah.
Toward enemy.
With an 8, you can tell, yeah, that's a weapon. With a 14, Victor, you can tell that it is a ritual dagger. It's not used for combat. It is used for, sort of traditional. It's actually not it's not designed for cutting meat. It's much more designed for like cutting plants, yeah, grains, stuff like that. But that still makes it very sharp and nasty. And with an 18, you can tell that this is Water Davian steel. So this dagger is local.
Sacrifice grain. This is a new. I mean, it kind of fits with the whole Taya thing.
I mean, yeah, you sacrifice a bit of your harvest to your god.
Yep. Lends legitimacy that there's that group.
Specifically, the way it's designed is like it's a dagger forged from like the broken segment of a scythe. Like when sides break, you turn it into the ritual.
Even more thematically appropriate.
Yeah.
What is her policy? What is her official policy on using animal blood to write threatening messages?
I don't think that's an official policy.
No, and pretty sure that's not.
At least not forward-facing worship policy. But
We'll have to check with celestial bureaucracy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is not a
Maybe, hopefully it's not common enough to need an official thing.
Hopefully we're dealing with a bad egg situation, is what you're
Yeah.
saying.
And on my life,
Well-
just being a worshiper, this is the first time I've seen blood on a wall. So
We don't have any way to contact these people, so we're just basically waiting for them to come to us. Is the problem?
yeah, do we want?
So let's just carry about our business. If they confront us, and we deal with it.
Or
Hopefully
he
we
could
have-
use the time waiting to, go ask some questions of the person.
We've got other errands to run today, so
Right.
And
I'm
again,
heading to the bookstore.
limited time.
I need to check in with my employers.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you like to split up to do that, or would you like to do it all as a group?
Is the bookstore on the
Let's-
way,
let's-
or is the
No.
bookstore in the
Since we're obviously being watched by at least one organization, let's all stick together, shall we?
Alrighty. The bookstore, for what it's worth, is it's not near the Castlelanters. It is near it's closer to the sort of eastern part of Waterdeep.
That's fine. It'll be a bit of a detour, but I can I can get us a carriage for that.
Shouldn't take too long.
I have a thought that might be helpful.
Mhm.
Should someone wait here in case they come back?
Are you volunteering?
Perhaps.
Well, are you?
Because I'm not. I'm sticking with the group.
Yeah, if you want to keep watch here, we'll come back for you. If any of them come by,
All
well,
right.
I don't know about following them because
I
we
will
won't have a way
remain-
to follow you.
I will remain here in case someone comes looking.
Just don't blow anything up.
And if you get a chance to maybe catch one of them and ask them a few questions, that also might be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I think, just look for any worshippers of Shantae that try to find their way in. Also, I'm going to lock the door securely this time. And if they find a way in, I want to know how.
Very good.
I want to know if they're like employing any other rogues in the area.
My one move, having people follow you, I guess.
Yeah.
I promise, I have
Hey,
more ideas than that.
Hey, counter surveillance is a thing.
Speaking of surveillance, since we don't have the dog with us, I had a thought.
Mm-hmm.
If I can go wolf form, get a sense of the different smells in the area. There might still be lingering scent of whoever came in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this was shortly after we went down to the Undermountain. It's been at least a couple days. But I don't know exactly forensic science on that, but it would probably be faint at least.
It's been about 2 days, so.
Well,
And in a big city with a lot of competing scents.
Maybe faint, but not impossible.
Maybe faint, but not impossible.
For a trained tracking dog, trained to search in the city, maybe.
At the very least,
But-
it's probably better if I don't go walking around as me.
That is also true.
Yeah. I mean, you can give it a shot. It's going to be a very high roll, but I'm perfect. Let you.
The problem is I'm marked too because they know that I'm connected to you and am in contact with you. So, and I can't disguise myself that way.
Still, I mean, walking around as a dog to avoid immediate identification is,
We
Who
do
has-
have a way for Usk to disguise himself, though.
Are you thinking what I'm
all
thinking?
right.
The
Yes,
circlet?
we do.
Yes.
Yeah.
At this stage of the game, I'd rather they come to me.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. No human us today.
I appreciate the idea, though.
Okay. The thought counts.
I'm not shooting it down because it's a bad idea if that's what I wanted to do. But what I want to do
You want
is
them to
make
find
contact
you.
and get some answered.
I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah.
We
Just
just-
face them head on.
We just don't want them shooting you down. Thing.
Yeah, but as long as they think they can negotiate with me,
Well, if you have
So-
yeah, you being disguised works for that.
Would making a disguise for Victor be deception, performance, or stealth?
It would be druid
I
ability.
don't need a disguise for one.
I was talking about
Linderson.
Victor.
Yeah.
And two, I know I have the spell disguise self.
Mhm.
Again, I'm not talking about Usk. I'm talking about Victor.
Well, I was gonna go wolf form.
Yeah, Victor can just turn into an animal.
Yeah. All right. Can you
Hard to
speak
get-
common in animal form?
I will speak bark. That would be about it.
Okay.
Let's see.
I don't know if anyone has telepathy.
Well, I mean,
I have
can understand
message.
you.
Yeah, but we
That's
can't
gonna have to
understand
be-
you.
Well, one bark for no, two barks for yes. Is you just
Sure. We'll just ask you yes or
Works
no
for me.
questions.
Yeah. It.
I guess
No.
you can always just turn back if you need to tell us something.
Yeah. I think wild shape is perfectly fine here.
Yeah.
Mhm. So I will shape to a wolf.
Nice. So yes, you are now a wolf, which is always bigger than you think they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh god, people are really going to be freaking out about Usk now, aren't they?
Oh yeah, I've got me with my big old Castellanter fancy, House Rosnar outfit, and also
Wolf.
this big old fuck off wolf. Yeah.
Oh no, the Castellanter's dog got a dog.
Yeah.
I'm just shaking my head right now.
You got
Well,
I would not be surprised if
useful.
Yuliy
Let's-
wants to ride the wolf around town.
I think Yuliy in her armor might be a touch too
heavy.
much.
Might be a bit heavy. Yeah, with the armor.
I have prior knowledge that it doesn't end as well as you think it does.
Yeah.
Yuliy, go ahead and roll for me. Just roll a straight d20.
What was that?
a 4.
That was
Four.
Yuliy deflating. Okay. Unfortunately, with a 4, I'm going to say your instincts on where they might be are very wrong.
I figured it was gonna take me a while because it's like, oh yeah, they're in water deep. Cons. Oh yeah, they're in water deep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's taking you a little while. You if you'd like, we can cut to Yuliy real fast.
Sure.
yes.
Because I think the most
yes,
immediate,
Fine by me.
I think the most immediately obvious place that Yuliy would have gone first is Miles. So because you recognize at least you were in the Dockward and you literally went into his house earlier, so you know where it is.
Yep.
And given that they had talked about giving Miles his wand back, maybe Miles knows something. So would Yuliy like to go there, or would Yuliy like to ask random strangers if they've seen?
You would like to go to the person who might know where the rest of her group is.
Okay. So yes, you approach Miles' house, and do you knock on the door, or how do you want to approach it?
No, I can't kick this one in the wrong door.
Listen,
Listen,
Boy!
there's a door in this town that is going to be kicked in. It's not this one though. No, just knock, and
Just
of course
knock.
it's armor. So
Sorry,
it's
I just envisioned Yuliy as like God of War style, just like big
I know.
burly, just
That's
Yep.
why I said it. I was just picturing Yuliy kicking down the door and going, "Boy!"
not this door.
Oh goodness.
Boy.
You, after a few moments, the door opens and Miles is standing there looking confused, and he goes, "Oh, it's you. Were you weren't with the others? I wondered where you had gone. I'm
Yeah, we
glad
kind
you're
of
okay."
separated. Have you seen them? Did they come this way at all?
Yes, they came to return my wand, and I spoke with Lander about potentially helping him with some spell research.
Awesome, super. Do you happen to know which way they went from here?
I believe they headed north. I think they mentioned something about maybe seeing the Castellanters.
Shit.
Can I ask an important question?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Crunchbite is with her right now, right?
Yes.
Does Crunchbite pick up any familiar scents?
I don't know. Let's roll for Crunchbite and find out.
we did get on a carriage.
Yes, you did. So let's go ahead and just roll. Yeah, when you went from Miles' place to or rather, when you went from the explosive shop to Usk's place, you took a carriage. So that's going to be actually a 17. That's a pretty good score for the dog.
Yeah. That is gonna lead him to the explosive shop.
Yeah, Yuliy, go ahead and let's roll something for you to see whether or not you recognize Crunchbite telling you where to go.
What?
Animal handling?
Right.
That
Yeah,
feels
that makes
reasonable.
It does make sense.
Oh, snap.
Natural 20.
That is a nat 20. Okay, yeah.
Someone
What's that,
likes
Crunch
me.
Bite?
Someone likes me.
What's that crunch bite? Victor's stuck in a well?
What's that point? They've done stupid things without me?
First off, Victor's not stuck in a well. Victor's stuck in a wolf.
Yeah.
So yes, Crunchbite paws at you and not gestures because he's a dog, but starts like moving down the street, stopping, turning around, waiting for you, like this way. I assume you follow?
I do want to ask him one question, though.
Miles or the dog?
Miles, do you know where is?
Sorry, where who? You cut off for a bit.
Stationer's Hall.
Stationer's Hall. That would be and this is me not remembering where it is on my map. One moment.
I spent the whole period trying to figure out if I could see it, and I can't.
I'm trying to remember. Put it. I believe. Oh, right. Right. Yes, I do remember now. It is. It is in the east part of Waterdeep in the Trades Ward. It is just off of the high road.
Okay.
And just next to Scroll Street.
Okay.
I will make a pointer for you on the map.
Yee.
And I'll share the map later, or I guess now. I'll share it now. I don't know why I waited. I'll share it now. So yes, there you are.
That a bit to load.
Yes, and also worth noting, Soothsayer's Way is where that bookstore you purchased you borrowed the books from is, Lander. So,
All right.
where you need to go is also in that general direction.
And that's where we're headed, yeah?
Yes.
For
Although
now.
I guess without Jhank.
Yes,
I guess so.
Jhank is staying at Usk's place, and he's trying to give off the appearance that there is nobody there.
Roll stealth.
So he's a chameleon.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll stealth, Jhank. This is not going to be long term. I just want to see your immediate efforts to hide prove fruitful. After about 5 minutes, you realize, oh, you don't need to like really hide. Their windows are very small. So
We'll, however, make sure all the lights are out and there's no obvious signs that, hey, someone is here.
true enough. Okay. So yes, the rest of you are headed towards the trades ward, and that is where you are being led, not that direction, Yuliy, because unless you decide not to follow Crunchbite.
Well, oh yeah, I can't figure out whose scent he's following, can I?
No, not offhand.
Yeah, we're gonna follow him.
Okay. Crunchbite will end up leading you towards the house, Usk's house specifically. So you're going to be a bit delayed again. So
Well,
Expected.
at least you will get to see Usk, or not Usk, Jhank. Sorry, Usk's house. Jhank is there. And Jhank will be able to give you some information, I guess.
Fun. Yes.
Okay. So yes, let's cut back to our other friends. Usk, Victor, Lander, you are heading towards the trades ward. All of you go ahead and just roll a d20 for me. This is going to be an encounter thing.
Ah, dang.
Okay.
Oh, nothing in between.
Yeah, no, those are some wild rolls.
A 19, an 18, and a 1.
Yes. Usk.
Oh, yeah, I rolled the 1, by the way. For those of you listening.
Yes. Usk. You catch sight of 2 Waterdavian guards giving you the side eye because you're walking around with a wolf now.
Okay.
And one of them gestures to the other to go off and do something. And while that other one is heading off, the one who made the gesture approaches you and asks you a very simple question.
Mm-hmm.
You got a permit for that?
Ah,
Okay. Quick thinking here.
Do you have a permit for that?
Not smart to do on a cop.
Yeah.
Or
Did that wolf just bark like a dog? That's
Am I
not
going with that?
No, I'm kidding. I'm just making joke.
Plan Z, I charm him and we just go away.
run!
I want to cast Minor Illusion
Okay.
to create the illusion of a permit for that wolf.
I like it a lot. Let me just double check to make sure Minor Illusion can do that. I'm pretty sure it can. But
Yep, just make
always-
sure he doesn't actually touch it.
It's
Yeah,
it's
that's
a genuinely sensible course of action.
Yeah, it's somatic and material, but it does not require a verbal component, so you can definitely pass it off.
I like that the material component is a bit of fleece.
Pull the wool over someone's eyes. All of the material components are jokes. I love it so much.
Yeah, they're great.
In this case, we're gonna pull the wolf over someone's eyes.
True. A wolf in fleece clothing. So I am going. Yes, you can absolutely do that. Let's see whether
I just rifle through my my effects and be like, here we go, and I hold up a little card or something that looks official.
All right, and now we see if this guard makes the save. And your spell save is gonna be.
It's just gonna be It's just gonna be 13 because I have no intelligence.
Oof. A 13. The guard looks at it very, very carefully.
Uh-oh.
Looks back up at you. Looks over to the wolf. Looks back to you. And then very brazenly pats you on the shoulder and says, well, just put that thing on a leash, okay? And walks off.
Oh. My one regret of changing over to the arcane trickster is that right, I've got +0 for my intelligence modifier. However, that was still entirely worth it.
Yeah.
The wolf puts up a paw to his forehead and does the wiping motion.
A very
Well,
well-trained
you-
wolf indeed.
Well, you heard him, and I use another minor illusion to conjure the illusion of
Of a leash. Oh man. If you are not the thing is I'm picturing that has to be like extremely difficult to do.
Yeah,
Otherwise
no,
it
yeah.
ends up I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying it's got to be extremely difficult because otherwise it looks like a video game like clipping through stuff.
Yeah,
Just-
exactly.
And you need to
Exactly.
keep doing it every minute.
Oh goodness.
Look, I don't have a leash on me. We'll just keep going.
We
and
have
hope no one
rope.
else.
You do have rope.
Not gonna wrap a rope around Victor's neck.
Only temporarily.
Still probably a bad idea though, you're right.
There.
Okay. Yes. You don't run into nobody else runs into any other issues as a direct result of that. So you all
It
seem
was just too overt.
yeah, just a little bit too much. So yes, you are otherwise unhindered in your progress.
Thank goodness I remembered I could do magic.
Yes.
Yep.
Otherwise, you would have just had to, I don't know, lie or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or get me to
Goodness.
do it for you.
Which I would have been much better at.
You would have had to lie without magic instead of lying with magic.
Yeah.
But like, how often do you get to just forge papers out of thin air? Come on.
I mean, you basically just did the Doctor Who, the
Psychic
yeah,
paper
I did the
thing.
Doctor Who psychic. Yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that's great. I love it. All right.
So give me a moment. I'm just trying to remember the specific shop you got the books from. Did I not write it down? I could have sworn no. My notes got messed up. I realized I think I copied and pasted by accident over some of the other shop names, so I cannot remember the specific name of the bookstore. I will have to find that later. I'm really sorry about this. I don't know how that happened.
I don't recall either. Sorry.
The Forgotten
Yeah.
Store.
Yeah, no, it's because I have like shop lists in my like private notes or in my personal notes, and then I made
we all saw that at some point, didn't we?
yeah, and I made the public one, but I think I accidentally when I was adding items, I think I copied and pasted too much, and I accidentally got rid of some of these notes. So I'm gonna have to probably go back to an old version. Oops. Oh well, I just didn't notice until this week. Oh no, there it is. The Silver Selection. That was the name of the bookstore.
All right.
Yes, and it's over on Soothsayer's Way. So it's it's a bookstore with a lot of old books, a lot of hard to find books, and a fairly nice general manager. So, did you have? I know you used them to get ritual magic, correct? It was some more rituals.
Yes, I think so.
Okay. So, is there anything else you'd like to maybe look at while you're there?
Any other rituals they got?
Not at the moment, no.
All right. What sort of stuff do they carry?
It's simply put, it's they carry a lot of different kinds of books, but they all exude either expense or magic. There is a whole section dedicated to here are theories on various forms of spells. Here's treatises on this branch of magecraft, stuff along those lines, and then the other aspect of the shop is just like these ancient history books or old poetry, or it is a sort of a collector's paradise.
So looking through the magic section, is there anything that I don't already know about?
Yes. There are definitely several very sort of high level books on magic that you have not had the chance to you haven't had the chance to dig in, or at least you don't remember if you've had a chance to dig into that particular school. There are some of the treatises on abjuration. There is a whole plethora of books that discuss the various ways that the correlation between illusions and reality. There's just, like I said, there's some interesting books that you might have a chance to look through, but they are
Magical
all
academia.
yes, they're all very expensive though.
How expensive?
Each one you can see in this section has an asking price of about 200 gold apiece.
Ugh. It's too
Because
expensive for my tastes at the moment.
there's like maybe 10 of these books in existence. sense.
Hmm.
Because why would you need to mass print something like this?
Yeah. I'm gonna buy one of them.
You're gonna buy one?
Yeah.
All right. What school of magic would you like to look into?
Ooh, what are the schools that I don't know about already?
Well, I mean, I assume you've one moment, let me just look up all the schools because I can never remember the full list. You've looked into a little bit of everything because of the kinds of magic you look into, like because you know your whole unified theory of magic thing. The schools are abjuration, conjuration, evocation, illusion, necromancy, enchantment, transmutation, and divination.
Insert Joe Cat song here.
Right.
So I'll write those down, and then I will come up with a suitably appropriate book.
Okay. And I'm also going to see if I can sell a couple of those Book of Shar Clerical Magic. Because I have 3 of those.
Okay. Let me just see those books in your inventory. Yes, you do have 3 of those. Yes, from the
that one bookshelf somewhere.
Yep, it was the bookshelf from that one lady that tried to kill Yuliy. And Yuliy immediately killed. Well, no, Yuliy didn't kill her. Haleth killed her.
Yep.
Yes.
We were all complicit.
Yeah, a little bit.
I do not deny my actions.
The owner will take one of those books, and she will take it for 25 gold. She does specify that it is not going onto the bookshelves, it is going into her personal collection. Because she finds it fascinating.
All right.
But she will not buy any more than one. So
yeah, since you're not going to make a return on it, I suppose 25 gold is fair.
Yep. I will go ahead and change it down to 2 and add 25 gold to what you've got. So there you go. Okay. And then you can remove 200 for whichever book you like, and I will add it to your inventory as well.
Let's see. Let me get back to you on that, and we can just continue other stuff.
No worries. Yuliy, you have arrived at Usk's house by this point. The door is currently unlocked, but Crunchbite is.
Is it? I thought
didn't Usk lock the door?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes, sorry. I forgot you had locked it. Brain shorted out for a moment. So many details.
Well, if Jhank is staying inside my house,
you'd best lock him in for his own safety.
Best keep it unlocked for the house's safety.
yeah, I kind of want him to be able to get out. Is the thing, if in an emergency,
without destroying the door, you mean?
Yeah. And I was kind of assuming earlier that like he'd be watching from outside, but if he's watching from inside, I leave it unlocked.
Okay. Usk or Jhank, I keep doing that, sorry. Jhank, were you watching from inside or outside? I mean, we made the joke about inside, but
he's watching from inside.
Okay. Then it is unlocked. And Crunchbite is pawing at the door.
Going to open the door. Guys!
I presume Jhank would immediately recognize Yuliy's voice, right?
Yeah.
Hello.
I got sick. Goes in. Okay. Where's everyone else?
Yuliy, you notice there's a bunch of blood on the wall. Rude.
Where is everyone else?
Jhank hates everyone.
They went to do some book stuff and other errands. I stayed here because, well, then he points at the message on the wall.
I feel stupid. I can't read.
Yeah, now you know how I feel.
Listen, I haven't been able to read a lot.
Yeah.
I know Common and Goblin.
Yeah, unfortunately, Usk has the fewest languages of this group.
I've got 4.
Should I be concerned about this more than I am?
It's actually not as bad as it looks. Most of it is animal blood.
It's still blood on the wall. And long enough that it's a message that I can't read.
Well, it appears it has something to do with Victor and a book he has and a person he knows.
And you're
Detailed
here,
as
and you're
ever.
still here. Why?
In case they come back to deliver another message.
What? Wouldn't they just go try to find Victor?
Well, see, the thing is, they already did try to come here. Already did try and come to find Victor, but they didn't find him, so that's why they left the message.
Which means they might not want to come back. Right. I still need to find the others. It's important.
Well, I am not certain where they are right now. They went out to do errands. I think one possibly with the book, and then I think Usk had to meet some people.
What kind of people?
His people.
The castle lantern?
Yes, them.
Yeah, no. Crunch fight. Let's go find the others. Now. We're not going to do that. We are not doing that.
Crunchbite looks confusedly between the two of you.
Jhank, I really have a strong feeling that they are not going to come back here. And if they're like Victor, they probably can find him if he's in Waterdeep, which he is. Crunchbite, sniff out Lander. He's not going to transform around.
Okay, here's an important question. If they all did leave, does Jhank do either of them know how to lock all of Usk's doors?
Nope.
Do they know how to lock any of those doors?
Nope. Not unless you got magic. Not unless you got
It'll
specific.
be fine. He left you here.
Yes, that is kind of the point. The place is fine as long as someone is here, because, we can't lock the doors now.
It was fine the first time we came here.
Well, when we first got here, the doors were unlocked because the people who left the message, they didn't lock the doors either.
I don't think they're going to destroy the house and come back a second time. I feel like they would go somewhere else, since we only came here once.
Right, but I'm not sure we really want to leave Usk's house unlocked. I'm not sure the headache of the back talk we'd get from him would be worth it.
Hey.
I don't think that he has anything of value in this house, and most of it's probably on him. If there is, I will take the fall completely. It's fine. We really need to get to each other, and I need to bring everyone to a place. It's very important.
Yuliy does have a point. I'm not going to leave anything incriminating or valuable at that place, even though it's my home.
Also, people who know you are not going, one, there wasn't anything taken, stolen, or damaged other than the wall when you got there. And two, the people who live nearby know whose house that is.
Yeah, they're not going to rob me, knowing who I am.
Usk's job is very specifically to hunt people down.
I feel like people would avoid his house just for that reason.
Yes.
He's the house of that the city children are like, that's the one with the big mean monster, and he comes after you, Pa.
Okay, hold on. Back up.
Oh.
I am certain.
I am a respected individual in this. Okay, fine.
You work for a gang.
The Castle Lanterns are not a gang.
They're just a very intimidating noble house.
They're just a very wealthy noble house, yes.
Who are not above certain tactics.
They are a legitimate business family.
Sure.
I don't know.
Let's
That might
go
be a
with
stretch.
that.
No, it's all legit.
Okay, Jhank will kind of let his head fall back, and he will sigh. Then he will. All right, but if they complain, I'm saying you brought me on protest.
I know. I said if they complain, it's my fault. It's okay. But yeah, we should go.
Is there any way to create like some kind of what is it, makeshift lock thing for this door before?
Just leave.
I'm literally 5 seconds from dragging you forcefully, and
It's fine.
I'm really
just
confident in my
go.
ability to outgo your strength.
If they can pick my specialized lock, they're going to be able to get around whatever door jam you try and put in there. Just go.
Wait a minute. They can't enter if there's no door to open.
I already told you. There's a door that needs to be kicked down. It's not this one.
Oh, leaving
I'm
people
not going
alone
to
in my house was a mistake.
Yeah.
I'm not going to seriously do it, but there was a momentary thought in my head that crossed of maybe I could rig something up to explode if someone enters without authorization.
Someone's
I'm-
ass would definitely get kicked there, and I get the distinct feeling it is lizard-shaped.
I can't
Yep.
save you from that.
I'm never leaving you alone in my house again.
You did this.
Well, it's a good thing
I
you
did
didn't
do
hear
this.
any of this conversation.
That is very true. It'll be much easier on my mind, but I didn't hear any
mean-
of this.
And
Just,
really, the whole explosive thing was completely out of character. So
while Lander is discussing books with the shopkeep, Oscar's just going, "Wait a minute, I left Jhank in my house."
The person who just invested in a bomb shop.
I'm
Oh,
surprised
wow.
I was trying to be quiet. I was surprised that was the first thing that came to your mind. Because it was the first thing that came to mind.
Fair enough.
So
Jhank volunteered to run counterintelligence. That's a fairly
You're
boring
right.
job. I don't take that
I'm dragging
lightly.
Jhank, and Trunchwood's gonna go sniff out Lander.
I've decided that I would like a book on conjuration.
all right, but yes, Jhank will give the appearance of trying to lock the doors after closing the door after closing it behind him.
You won't be able to.
No, he's not actually trying to. He's just giving the appearance of it.
He's pretending
Sure.
to do it.
Okay.
So, what is it that is such a big deal? What
I'd rather do it before I say anything, because I don't want to put words in people's mouth, and I'd rather it just say, "Oops, my mistake."
So, big things happened.
A couple things. Also, quick question. Probably doesn't mean anything. Does the name Hollyhock mean anything to you?
Is that a name that Jhank's heard? I mean, have been mentioned?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Oh my god!
What did I miss?
Yuliy just asked Jhank if the name Hollyhock means anything to him.
No. No memories of Hollyhock aside from, actual plant-based stuff.
Can I make a that'd be nature, right?
Yes.
Make a roll to remember the wrong thing.
You know that it is a perennial flower.
I am familiar with the perennial flower.
Okay, never mind.
So it's a hollyhock that is not a flower.
Yep.
Okay, what is it?
I'll tell you when I ask the others.
Okay, but you can't tell anything to me now.
I'd rather say it all once, because there's a lot.
Can you give me like the summarized short version?
We forgot something, and there's someone else we forgot.
You mean like there's another dead person?
What?
How many dead people you got in there?
That's a hell of a question and response.
Oh, is that what you're calling us? That's mean.
Hey, we're not dead. We're just
We're
living
not
challenge.
dead.
I mean, I would ask Crunchbite, but the dog does not speak our language.
Yeah, but
to
we
the
also
dog's
got him
perspective.
this run, so he probably wouldn't know anyway.
No, I mean, he could tell me what you were doing.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell everyone what I was doing when we meet up and after we do a thing.
Okay, but you could also tell us while we're going.
We're gonna find the others, and then I'll tell you where we're going.
I feel like at this point, it's just going to be Jhank trying to get information out of Yuliy and Yuliy refusing until they arrive.
I will summarize this. She is very insistent on not saying anything until we find the others. So that will literally go stubbornness against stubbornness.
Something third base.
Right.
Yeah, so Lizard Man insistence on finding out and Paladin's insistence on not saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Definitely seems to be the
tempered
case.
steel all over again.
I'm going to say it. I'd rather say it once though.
No, I'm more speaking about Jawa's inquisitiveness. Anyway.
Yes. Give me a moment. I'll have to add. I'll add your new book Lander at the end, just so I'm not like spending the next 15 minutes writing out all of the details I have on a conjuration. But to get that in the actual chat, a conjuration book is the intended result. Anyways, are you all done shopping at the Silver Selection?
I suppose I am, anyway.
Your wolf seems very interested in these books.
I am not. I'm not interested in magic enough to actually study like a wizard does.
Seems reasonable.
I'm a results-oriented mage.
I mean, I study and I'm not even a wizard.
It's true. It's very true indeed.
Well, aren't you special?
Indeed, I am.
I believe, as we say in the D&D community, nerd.
Yep.
I kid. Anywho, are you going to head over to the Castle Lanterns?
Might as well like check on.
Oh, there was also
Jhank.
the maps.
The maps? Oh,
Yeah.
turning them
The
into
yawning portal.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
How far away is the yawning portal from here?
The yawning portal? Poor Yuliy. Poor Yuliy.
I'm just becoming increasingly concerned that I left Jhank, who recently invested in a bomb shop, at my house.
Just like you left.
You want to
the
stop
oven
back
on.
at your house first? We can stop back at your house first.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Come on, bring up.
Like I wanted someone to stay behind and keep watch, and I was so eager to have someone do that I kind of forgot
Who?
It was Jhank.
Yeah.
Oh God, everything is so large.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Besides, if they come back there and leave another message, that'll be another clue, or they'll come to us.
That's the east map. Is it this? No, that's... Sorry, I'm trying to find the yawning portal again. I can never remember which of the west maps it's on.
Well, we're heading back
Midwest?
to my house anyway, so...
Yeah.
It's... the dog is leading us to where they went, and they're going right back. So we,
Just to the left of the trades ward.
I mean, they'd naturally meet up, half
on the DM map.
Oh. Okay. Let me pull up my DM map then. Son of a gun. Nope, that's the dungeon map. I do not need that one. Let me just.
Yeah, it's actually really close by.
Yeah, it would be on the way to Castle Waterdeep and the and Usk's house.
Yeah, so y'all can stop there pretty easily.
Yeah.
Sorry, one moment. Waterdeep Dragon Heist. And here's the Waterdeep DM map. Oh yeah, there we go. Yawning portal. That's weird. It's in like the one section of the map that like when it's broken down does not really show up.
Yeah.
Wild. Okay, yeah. You can pretty easily stop there. Yuliy, Jhank, both of you go ahead, roll a d20 for me.
That was not where I wanted to roll it. Why is it not rolling onto the thing?
We should probably roll for Crunch Bite too.
Yeah. You should probably go ahead and roll for Crunch Bite as well. Okay. You are closer. You might be able to catch up with them before we cast Lanners. For now, we will cut back to y'all.
But you're sure there's absolutely... I mean, if it seems like important information, what happens if something goes wrong and, you're unable to tell us later?
What if you die again? In the middle of Waterdeep, in the middle of the day.
Well, Jhank is right next to you.
And a dog is running.
Wow.
These things happen, you know.
Yeah.
I know, and every time I try to think of something to say, I can't.
I kid.
I'm just giving him the silent treatment at this point.
No, there's genuine mouth opening, mouth closing, mouth opening, mouth closing. She
Man,
hasn't been quiet.
If only Yuliy decided to stop for a drink this time. But this is like the one situation where she wouldn't.
Oh boy. All right. At the Yawning Portal, it's pretty it's not quiet. It's actually seemed fairly lively for today. Durnan is at the bar passing out drinks. There is a bard with 3 strings, sort of just there's a bard with a 3-stringed lute who is entertaining the guests for as much as a bard of his capability seems to be able to entertain, which the answer seems to be after a lot of beer, yes. But
Before
for the
a lot of beer, though?
before a lot of beer, to quote a certain series, it's a bit like ordering a pie and it's just crust.
Not the worst thing, but it's
Not what
kind
you
of
wanted.
disappointing.
Well, it depends on the crust.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is this like
Well-
those people who eat pizza and they don't eat the crust?
You mean monsters?
They are monsters.
Kidding.
Yeah.
I don't care whether or not people eat crust. It's not my business.
I mean, if they don't eat the crust, then you can eat the crust yourself.
That's
I
true.
do
More bread for me. Anyways, we're getting distracted.
Yep.
Me too. Anyways, yes, it's somewhat busy, but you all can make your way into the Yawning Portal. Like I said, Durnan is currently busy passing out drinks. He notices you, and it looks a little shocked that you didn't come back up through the well in the middle of the Yawning Portal. But he's also just a bit too distracted to immediately talk to you.
Right.
So what would you
Sit
like
at the
to
bar and wait for him. Sit at the bar and wait to get a word in edgewise, I guess.
do? Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me pull up one thing real fast. Which is is it here?
We could just have Usk and Victor wait outside.
That's true.
I'm contemplating whether I want to mention, hey, you might want to warn people that there's this sort of undeath curse going on down there before you send more victims down there.
All right. I'm going to have, let's see. Boop. Nope. Okay. the everything sort of proceeds as normal, and after about 10 minutes, Durnan finally is able to sort of sneak in to talk specifically to you. He calls over one of the wait staff to start.
Can I roll insight on that bard?
Sure.
Frick.
Bard.
Double proficient. Roll natural 1. Got it.
I think here's how I want to here's how I would like to phrase it, and you can tell me if you don't like this. I think you are used to finer music than this, and it's really distracting.
Yeah, that's very fair.
So getting a word so listening to it, you look at him and staring at the face and being like, something suspicious, maybe. Oh God, his form is just so bad. He does not know the first thing about using that lute.
Imagine you're used to classical music and then you're subject to someone playing the latest, garbage pop song.
Almost like someone who doesn't do this for a living.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anyhow,
or you're used to Beethoven and you have to endure a rendition of Friday.
Really going after mid-2000s pop schmuck, I see. Anyways, Durnan, as I said, slides over, gets someone else to take over for his position at the bar for a bit, and approaches the three of you and goes, "So, how can I help you today, gents? See, you're back from the Undermountain. How was your trip down?"
Insightful.
You say that like someone who discovered something they really shouldn't have.
Oh, yeah.
Well, anyway, to business. Got some more map. It's not 100% complete yet, but there's more than there was. If you would like to view what I have now, then you can do that.
Before you can even finish the sentence, he slams down some gold on the table.
All right.
And has hand outstretched for map.
I will hand over the maps that I have filled in so far.
All right. He will head to his own personal room back and start copying them. And I believe based on how much of the Undermountain you have seen. Sorry, I'm trying to get this Waterdeep map out of my way. With the second floor... Please open map. There we go. Nope, don't close it again. Please stop doing the opposite of what I'm asking. With the what you have of the second floor, I think he will probably pay you a good 100 gold for that.
All right. Cool.
This information is extremely valuable to him. Did you write? Was it just locations, or did you get any other information down about it?
I think there was a key somewhere.
Yeah, there was a key for the first map. That Miles had made with the lights and the so on and so forth. But I just meant did you make any personal notes in it about here there be spiders or something?
Yeah, the factions, the goblin market.
Mm-hmm. So did you make those notes
about goblin market? Yeah, and that lower portion of the second floor also. Nothics and gibbering mouthers.
Okay.
Gibbering mouthers. And the skull and the flesh golem.
Yep. All right. Makes sense.
Though we killed the flesh golem, so I don't know if if that's going to be there or not.
Yeah, it may not be.
Possible flesh golem.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think Durnan will. It takes probably a good half hour just for him to like really get down because he's meticulous about this because life or death here.
Yeah.
While he's copying it down, I'd like to join him in his private room.
Okay. Go ahead and roll stealth. This is more of a you're not sneaking. This is a let's see how many people might notice you.
There's also the gelatinous cube janitor on the first floor.
True.
Because I feel like that wasn't marked originally on the map.
It was not because
So
it wasn't
I'm gonna-
noticed.
Did you
Gonna
also
write that down on the map too.
Did you also mark the room with the the skull that's in basically
Yeah.
a clear gelatin? Okay,
Oh, not that one.
the clear. So not the clear gelatinous.
Where was that?
That was in
Yeah.
the upper right corner of the second floor. It was past the Goblin Market, past all those bas reliefs, but you didn't actually enter the room it was in.
Oh yeah, we
Right.
just said nope.
Yeah, you saw it through a hole in the wall and went, ah, neat. Nope.
Right.
Fascinating. Let's not fight that.
Yep. There's also the flying cookware and the do not enter.
Yeah, the do not enter room. Okay, yeah, with a 21, I will leave results for that secret, but it's generally pretty good, so I don't think you have to worry too much.
Yeah.
So yes, you are free to join Durnan in the back room, and you can see he's got a significant, like he is laying out. He's not just copying it one for one. He's actually scaling it up into these fairly large maps that you can see. There is a copy of the first floor. Just it is covering an entire wall. Or rather, it's a very large poster on one wall, I should say. It's not.
Oh, there's also the the floor map on, was it the second or the first floor near where we found Haleth?
You were going to get the. Oh yes, sorry, you're talking about specifically the number of floors and all and what they all resemble. Yeah. I think you probably wrote that down as names and stuff, but I don't. You didn't get like a specific floor map on that. Just like,
Right. Yeah.
here's what the various names are and such.
Yeah. Just that area is there.
Okay. Yeah. No, he'll be adding that. You can see him. He's like adding notes to the large map he's got on his wall and things along those lines.
I sort of scanned the notes on a surface level. Is there any notes, big notes about, like, say, regenerating curses or anything?
No, nothing you can see.
Hey, it's what, Durnan, right?
Yeah, it's Durnan.
Hey, Durnan.
Mm-hmm.
You know this wasn't our first time descending down into the mountain, right?
Durnan looks around and gives you a puzzled look and says, well, I mean, you came back up, so I figured it wasn't.
You did come back up through the well. So I guess that means we... Huh.
People come in and out all the time.
Sure. How long ago was the first time? Anyway, I'm guessing there's something important you don't know about the Undermountain.
Well, there's a lot I don't know about the Undermountain, but it sounds like you have something in specific you want to say, so spit it out, man.
We made it down to Skullport, where we had been before. And it turns out that there is an enchantment upon the entire Undermountain, that any adventurer who goes down there and dies is perpetually resurrected.
Except for maybe Haleth and his crew. Still unsure about that.
Huh.
But I'm not there.
You don't say.
With no memories.
Hmm.
Down in Skullport, they're overflowing with adventurers who've given up on descending further. but they're trapped because if you leave the Undermountain for too long, turn back into dust.
Well, that's certainly
Yeah.
not a good situation, is it?
No. We had the great fortune to discover that we had been down there before, had adventured down there before, and even gotten quite far, in fact.
How far?
Only to, I don't know, like 13 or so?
You can see, like, just hearing that number is like actually Haleth is like getting worked up about it. Like, holy crap!
Darren.
Not Haleth.
Durnan. Sorry, damn it, names. Durnan.
Yeah, I know.
It's okay.
Yeah, and we lost. We lost everything. And we're trying to piece it all back together. But what I'm saying is, that's what you're sending every other adventurer down into. Until someone gets to the bottom.
Then people are just permadead.
Honestly, I'm sure many people in Skullport would prefer finally moving on.
Durnan sort of scratches the back of his head and he's put down the cartographer tools and says, well, I won't say that's not a terrible situation, but I mean, most adventurers who go down there know what they're getting into. I'm not exactly sure I can... I am not personally sure I would feel any different sending them down into undeath as I do death.
Well, make that part of your warning spiel from here on out. If people still want to brave the Undermountain for that reason, let them. Goodness knows there are enough fools in the world.
I feel like there might be more people willing to go then.
But this is something people should know about. If you go down to the Undermountain and die, you will come back, but you won't remember anything, and you will never be able to leave. You won't even be able to leave the Undermountain itself and be in Waterdeep for more than a day or two at a time. Stuck down there.
That is a problem indeed.
And if any other adventurer wants to go down there, they need to know that. They need to be prepared. To know that they may wake up to not remember who they are. And that they've forgotten everyone, every coworker, every family member they had on the surface. This is much worse than death.
Durnan is going to take a moment and he's going to stand up. He's going to go over to a small cabinet that is underneath that big map. And he's going to pull out a small bottle of wine, it looks like, before uncorking it and taking a fairly deep swig, recorking it and putting it back. And then saying, well, that's going to cut into my revenue, isn't it? Okay. Now this undeath thing you're talking about. You sure it's unlimited?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you know how many times this is going to happen?
Well, I'm on a fresh life, so I'm still probably relearning things about it. I've had at least 3 goes at this, apparently. And While there is some indication that the entity sustaining it is having a harder time of late, there's no current end in sight until the dungeon is finally conquered.
This entity sustaining the undeath or whatever.
From what we can tell, one of the mage's apprentices.
And you're sure that Durnan's gonna pause a moment. He's gonna scratch his chin, and he's gonna look back at you. Goes. So have you tried figuring out whether or not you can deal with that entity and make it permanent? Something with that much magic, surely you can just take it for yourself. Not have to deal with this anymore, right?
I'm sure answers to that sort of question also wait at the bottom. Either way, they're not in reach until someone gets all the way down. I'd hope it's us. I want it to be us this time, but we got to floor 13 before.
Pretty damn far. Pretty damn far indeed.
And from what I can tell, lost our minds to something slowly.
Well, part of that's probably just the Undermountain itself.
That too.
First time I was down there. Was down there for about 6 months, clearing out the first floor. That's how I had enough to make this. That third month, I almost killed the rest of my party because I thought they were something they weren't. Started having to come back up after that. Well,
something down there, some deep down in the dungeon, a bunch of mages are having a spat over what's going on down there, and every adventurer is caught in the middle, and has been for who knows how long at this point.
Well, that is certainly a good thing to know. I will keep all this in mind.
Make sure that becomes part of your warning spiel, and make sure that spreads around.
I have a few connections I can deal with to make sure that word gets around. Don't worry. If you all feel that, I mean, obviously, I would love if some adventurers with the know-how you guys are showing are able to deal with it, but if not, I might be able to pull in a few favors.
Well, I'm sure I can talk to some people, but let's let the rumor get around and get into people's heads, and before we start trying to prove anything.
Well,
let's warm people up to this idea that not everything down there is dead forever. Or rather, they are dead and alive forever. We'll work on proving it or convincing people of the truth of it at another time.
Durnan will nod and then turn back to the map and say, is there anything else?
I just thought you should know because, well, you seem to take it upon yourself to give adventurers warnings and gatekeep this place. You of all people ought to know.
Well, I appreciate you coming to the finest source of info on the Undermountain on this side of the well. All right, I'll make sure that gets spread around. And I guess one last thing. Are you sure it's only the adventurers that are coming back?
Oh, no. I don't know enough to say that definitively just yet.
Hmm.
We've killed things that seem to stay dead, but we haven't been stuck around long enough to see if they come back or how long it takes. Days, minutes, hours, we don't know.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out whether or not that pisses Halistar off. 9 hells.
I mean, what's happening down here? What's happening down here should piss a lot of people off. I'm a little pissed off, to be honest.
Well, yeah, but
The past few days have been a real pain in the ass.
I'm sure. But you're not a 4,000-year-old wizard that could blow this city into the sky, are you?
Who's to say?
Huh. Well, if he wants to come to me about letting the secret go, he can feel invited to, as far as I'm concerned.
All right. Well, it's not like I have a communication line with him. So, trust me, if I did, I would be paced. He did not appreciate someone coming into his dungeon and cleaning slate. All right. Well, thanks for the info. Thanks for the maps. Tell the barkeep you can have a free drink on me.
Appreciated. Thank you.
Oh, and your wolf.
Yes.
Tell your druid to come in normally next time, please.
There are some extenuating circumstances. We won't make it a regular thing.
I would appreciate that. Tends to well, I don't like dealing with allergies.
Cut to the outside, half the people are scooted to the edge of the room, and half the people are crowded around the wolf petting.
It's not a like the wolf is scary because this is the yawning. Say, oh god, fur everywhere.
Yep.
So, yep. Anything else you want to say to Durnan? Or
Okay,
That's about it.
I feel like this is an important question. When a druid is a wolf for a while or any other hairy animal and sheds, what happens to the fur that was shed after the druid turns back into a person?
It stays, obviously.
it's fur. It stays.
He's literally changing his physical body. It's not like a magical illusion.
Yeah.
It does not change back after he changes state. It's just that he changed to a form that had fur and shed that fur, and then he changed back.
Much like with Warwolf. When
Since
Warwolf shed fur, you can still find Warwolf fur. Even when Warwolf is man.
that fur is no longer a
I'm
part
pretty
of
sure
the
that's a
person's
reference
body.
that I have no idea what to.
The specific way I was saying werewolf was a Mystery Science Theater reference.
Ah, okay.
Werewolf.
Warwolf.
Werewolf.
It's, I swear to God, that movie is wildly bad, and I don't know why. Like it honestly stars like a female Tommy Wiseau. It's wild.
Which
That's
one was
a
it?
big
Because I feel like
word.
they've done several werewolf movies.
Yeah, it's literally werewolf.
Oh, okay.
Werewolf.
Werewolf.
Just
Werewolf.
just werewolf,
Werewolf.
not teenage werewolf,
Yes.
just werewolf.
Yeah. It's wild. It's so bad.
There's also that one where I think the cop became a werewolf.
Yes. It has one of my favorite musical numbers in it, which is Werewolf, which is done in a teeny bopper style. Oh, goodness. Okay.
Anyway,
Yes, enough distractions of delightful things.
werewolf, their wolf.
Castle. And there, Yuliy and Jhank outside the yawning portal.
Oh.
Because I think it's enough time has passed that
Yep.
before they had a chance to leave, y'all made it to the.
And Jhank is still trying to get her to speak even as they arrive.
Half an hour has passed, and Jhank is still on this.
Yeah.
Jhank is nothing if
I
not
think-
determined. That is how
I
you
think
hunt.
the more impressive thing is that she hasn't taken out one of her many weapons in that entire period of time.
I'm sure she has.
I get the distinct feeling that Yuliy like lifted it, a cop saw her and went like, no, no, no.
No.
And Yuliy was like, damn cops.
Probably had some alcohol though.
Nope. She is
No?
surprisingly insistent on being sober right now.
Yuliy is regrettably sober right now.
Incredibly sober. I've used
Sober
that.
by necessity.
This must be really
I
serious
told
then.
you about what you missed. It seems only fair that you would tell me what we missed.
I will tell you what you missed when we becomes we.
Sorry, what did we miss?
Bark?
Oh, hey, you got another dog.
I'm sorry. The way you
Jhank completely forgot.
the way you said that just. Oh, hey, you got another dog. I'm sorry. That's just too funny to me.
That was really good.
Oh, goodness me. Okay, yes. Jhank, Yuliy, Crunchbite are all at the yawning portal now.
There
Wow,
was a
Yuliy,
thought.
very-
There was a, and I had to shoot it down. Was we're in the yawning portal. We could get a drink. No, we can't get a drink.
Yuliy's good angel and Yuli's shoulder angel, shoulder devil. Both of them said it, and then the angel went no, and the devil went yes.
Everyone is there.
Yes, everyone is there.
Yeah,
we're here. Victor is a wolf.
I gained 100 gold after losing 200 gold. So I have made a net gain of negative 75
you
gold.
also sold that book for 25, so you've net 75.
Yep.
Net negative 75.
And but you can't put a
tell
price
that
on
Victor is
knowledge.
the wolf, yes.
Yes, I think Jhank probably at least informed you about that.
And then he said that line.
Yep.
We're
And he forgot about
questioning
it.
Okay, so first question of probably many. Hellblade. Does the name Hollyhock mean anything to anyone? I already know the.
Is the answer no?
I tried to get information from her, but she was insistent on not spilling the beans.
Wolf shakes his head.
She really, really didn't want to tell me.
Okay, first of all, I said I would tell when I got to everyone, and now I'm with everyone, so I should tell.
Is this something we shouldn't be talking about in public in a pub?
Maybe, I don't know.
Should we go back
Let's
to Usk's house?
go. Yeah, let's get out of here right now.
Just to make sure I got my maps back, yeah?
Yes.
All right, cool. Yeah, we can
We
go.
were on our way out.
What's really funny is she probably looks like she really wants to talk, and so it can't. She can't, and she really wants to talk now.
Judging by the look on Yuliy's face, and from the way these questions are being asked, let's go somewhere private. Let's go back.
Yeah.
Let's rent a carriage and go back to my place.
Her
Because I
tail
don't
is
think we're
twitching
all
all
going to
over
fit
the
in
place.
Darren's side room.
Or just, well, no. Side room of the yawning portal. Can we ask?
I think considering what you just
There is
gave him,
that
I don't
private
think
room.
that's all that hard to ask for a private
Yeah,
room.
if it's that urgent, let's ask. Let's
I mean,
ask
it's
if we
not.
can
I just
get a
don't
side
want
room.
to
Yeah.
keep
Okay.
dancing around it anymore.
Yeah, Durnan will let you use his side room.
Now, is that the one with the chairs and table, or is that the one with the other?
Let me pull up the yawning portal map because I do not have it open right at this moment. Yes, it's actually going to be this room, yeah, in the bottom right. Suppose I should add everybody else back to it. Now that
Yeah, for
everyone is
some
here.
reason, the four of us were never left.
It's a weird side effect of how. Whoops, that's not supposed to happen. Oh, I just realized I have some neat features I can do.
I will have to make use of those in the future. Nope, that's not it. Come on, let me add people to map.
No.
I know there's a way to do it. Why isn't it letting me do it? Also, why is my mouse like sliding down randomly?
That happens
Uh-oh.
sometimes every now and then.
Hmm.
If you have a wireless mouse, it might mean that the battery is starting to go.
Maybe. It's been a while since I've charged this one. Portrait. Token. Yeah, should be able to add wait, is there something? I might have something that's preventing tokens from being put on this.
Because it's read only.
No. I don't think that's it. Yeah. Well, you're all in the corner. I'll figure out what. I'll just add it to my list of things I need to figure out what's going on. But yes, all 6 of you with Crunchbite are in that bottom corner room.
All right then.
Mhm.
What is going on, Yuliy?
Okay, so first of all, there's a really cool person in Skullport. They're really cool. Their name's Sola. Their full name's really long. Doesn't matter. Sola's really awesome. Trust them completely.
Someone who got charmed.
Good
All right.
start.
Charmed by
They
alcohol,
have a bottle
maybe.
that does endless alcohol.
Of
I
course.
sort of have that.
Sounds like it sounds like you are perhaps a bit biased.
Okay.
I can make
Honestly,
cheap alcohol.
So apparently there's someone, there used to be another member of our group. And that was Hollyhock.
What
That
happened?
was-
with us. They weren't with us when we woke up in that cavern of discoveries, though.
How many
I know.
cycles ago was it?
I don't know that, but when me and Lander met Sola, Sola remembers all of us, including Hollyhock being in group, even though we did not wake up with them.
Wait, so I was there at some point?
Was there in
Yeah,
the
we're gonna talk private because I think you're a detriment to my health.
Okay.
a question? Does anyone remember a sixth room in that place that the chest sent us to?
Go ahead, and I guess everyone roll. Go ahead and roll perception, or I guess that would be we'll say it's a retroactive perception roll.
Maybe history?
I don't think history in this case. It's not.
Darn.
More of a notice thing.
I'm a lot better at history than perception.
Well, I
Still did
think
pretty well.
Yeah, I think all y'all definitely. Well, so Usk, Jhank, no, you don't remember. Lander, you think there might have been more. You didn't quite look at the extra rooms. Victor, Yuliy, you are remembering there was a room with.
Get out of it
With
there.
what?
There was like your various rooms all had like little, not nameplates exactly, but little indications that they were more or less yours. There was one more that had it removed.
Ah,
It just seemed like a normal door, but now that you're thinking about it, that very well could have been someone else's.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had a 6th party member. They didn't wake up with us.
Which
so
means,
maybe they
they-
didn't die.
They didn't die?
which means someone who remembers us better than we remember them. But also, it's a member of our group who's not with us.
So does
They
that
might
mean they're
still
just
be
good
way
at survival,
down
or
deep in the.
were we betrayed?
I think.
Okay. There's.
Wasn't it pretty obvious that the last time we died, it was kind of to disintegration, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's what
Right.
the dream indicated. It wasn't exactly, because the thing is, it was like Hallister's voice, but Beholder eye stalks. There's a lot of weird things going on.
We were killed by the dungeon in some way. So by proxy, yes, Hallister killed us with a beholder eye beam.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
But there is also a slim chance that she doesn't know about the resurrection bit. Theoretically.
But it wasn't our first time when we got down.
It
that
wasn't
far,
our
right?
first
But we
time.
don't know if it was their first time.
Yeah.
So it is possible that we picked up a sixth member on our last time around.
And didn't tell them about this?
Who
Maybe
even
we
knows if we
didn't
knew?
remember
But
it.
they still know more about us in that last run than we do. And they're
Okay,
somewhere.
Arf, arf.
So you
By
came
the
all
way,
this
Victor,
way-
we're in a private room. You don't need to keep being a dog.
Er.
Scooby-Doo.
It's one of those things that comes
So
natural. So Victor
you
changes
came-
back, and he waggles a finger. Wait, okay. So if this person was part of our group before, I wonder if there's notes of her in my book.
Why would there be notes in your book?
Because apparently I've
Right.
had this book for a lot longer than one cycle, and I've been taking
And
notes of the
he-
places we've been going to.
Also, he's been writing and reading stuff of it that the rest of us can't read.
It's a
Why
special.
didn't you do that earlier?
I didn't know we had
has-
Holly
he-
in our.
Oh, fair.
I've only, so,
True. Fair,
yeah.
fair.
Okay, so
I've only
So, wait,
recently
wait,
figured
wait.
out that this book had.
You
my
came
writing.
all this way to tell us, like, so urgently that we had a sixth party member, but we don't know where they are at
No,
all?
that's one of the things.
perhaps you should go
Okay.
back to the beginning and tell us, the story it on through.
I was wandering around Skullport when you guys vanished. I ran into Xanathar thugs, and then
We-
Sulla helped me. And then we were talking. She has the awesome bottle, and I kept asking her questions about stuff. And one of the things that came up was Hollyhock. There are other things. I'm getting to it.
Okay.
Like
okay.
your bosses
That's-
are Deadpool worshippers.
What?
Deadpool worshippers?
Devil.
My bosses,
Yeah, the
Mm,
Castle
eh.
Lantern.
the cast.
Well,
I feel like that's
sounds
not
bad.
too
I-
strange.
I'm actually just like not that surprised. Just like, there were rumors,
I mean,
and
I apparently
I don't,
made
I
a
don't,
pact
I
and
don't
broke
work
it
for
with the
them
demon.
out of like
Would you be surprised that me
loyalty.
and
It's
Lander killed one?
Eh.
more of a like debt paying off thing.
Wait, you and Lander killed one of what?
Did we kill their heir? Is that why he's dead?
I don't know. I don't know his name. I know the name of the one we killed, though.
Wait, did
Which
you
is why
kill
you're
a-
a detriment to my health.
Oh,
Did you
jeez.
kill a devil
Wait.
or a castle lantern? Castle lantern.
I'm going to pull out the book and I'm going to look up and commune with the game
Wait,
master.
wait.
Oh yeah,
wait,
Victor.
wait,
By the
wait.
way, does your book say anything about that safe in your room?
I don't know. I haven't gotten that far. I've only.
All right.
They were in mourning when we visited them.
I
Game
don't
master?
know if
Oh.
there's
Yes.
one.
Oh
I'm gonna
God.
I'm going to look through the book to see if I can find an entry of Hollyhock.
Okay.
If you're going to be doing that, perhaps we should do that, like, not while we're in here, so we have more
This is so
time
pretty
rather
great.
than just.
Oh,
And
we are in
on the
so much
small room.
trouble.
If it makes you feel better, you didn't know.
I doubt
and
anybody
Lander
will
did it
wanna start
without you
a fight
guys,
here, considering we're
With
here,
Sola and
guys.
her friend.
Okay, so they don't know who, which is why they didn't kill us on the spot when we stormed the grounds. So that's good.
On the bright
Okay.
side, we were
Um,
freshly resurrected, so, we would have probably come back without too much loss.
Sorry. Digo, sorry, I'm coming up with the specific wording on the entry. So give
Okay.
me a few moments.
No problem.
Oh,
I wonder if each of us
okay.
have entries in the book.
Well,
I don't
Probably.
care about the book right now.
there was an entry of some kind of castle that we went to of giants, or at least I was there.
I think it's pretty clear that a bunch of us have done stuff without the others. At least if
Yeah.
Everyone's
my
everyone's
little
done a
thing,
bunch of
my
side
little
projects.
thing with that wall proves anything, and my conversation with Sola proves that I've done things without any of you, without a couple of you guys.
Yeah, I mean, there was that dream that you had about me or Victor with
Yeah,
my
you're
voice.
a common denominator,
whatever.
and I feel like every time I'm alone with you, something weird happens.
Well,
Like I kill some guy for a magic stone.
not too hard to believe.
What was the
Yeah.
magic stone?
That tracks actually.
I don't know.
Right.
Sola didn't know because we didn't tell her. Apparently, we just
All right, and you would have
hired
lost
her.
the magic stone when you died.
I
We
don't
were,
Yeah.
know.
we were talky but vague. Good.
Maybe it's
I
in that
really
safe.
appreciate past us.
I'm literally
I'm really
talking
curious
to
about that
someone
safe.
that I hired to help us out. Me and Lander apparently didn't tell her all that much about the specifics, and she was fine with that.
Yep.
Oh, I am okay.
You're fine. I just don't think me and Lander should go anywhere near them. And if you kind of want
Yeah.
proof, I know we're
No, I trust me. I don't think you're lying. I know they were already in mourning.
Victor, you said
no
there's
about them being demon devil worshippers and being
Oh
actually
no,
shitty.
I take that on faith.
Victor, you said there are
But if you got
pages in
proof,
there
I'll
for-
appreciate that.
Victor,
There's
you
a
said there are-
house in Virgin's Plaza that belonged to Sola's cleric, and that's where she said the proof was.
Hmm.
She told me where it was. We could totally go there.
Victor,
really
you said
should.
you said there are pages in that book for all of us, right?
Well, there's pages of me being in other places, talking to my goddess Shantea about different things.
So
I
it's
mean-
not like there are notes on each of us in there.
Yeah, I haven't found like notes if that's what you're looking for. But I mean, since I've only recently figured this out, I am trying to uncover things piece by piece, and it does take time.
I wonder if I wrote anything in my book. I feel like I mostly just use that for spells, though. Or
Well,
rituals.
if
Oh,
either of you
you've also probably really pissed off the fiend.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Did you
Well,
not?
if any of
I mean,
you-
you saw the message in my room. You're the one who read it to me.
Well, when we were with Sola, you had this little demon follower, and now you don't anymore.
Hmm.
And then there's that
So it
message in your
seems-
room.
Seems as though every few
Exchange.
cycles I get a new patron.
Or you pissed one off.
Now
I mean,
that I
yeah.
think of it, perhaps I should be getting like a book I can write things in and leave back at room.
Can
Well,
you
that
even
gives me a
write?
We all-
thought.
We were all just a bunch of assholes in our previous
Yeah.
incarnations.
Honestly, I feel like this iteration is a bit strange.
Yeah, there's something different about this one.
Yeah.
Probably the way we all woke up together.
I
Also,
cannot
apparently,
say that-
Falrax is a real jerk.
I cannot say that I have noticed anything particular like that.
Well, I mean, this is apparently the first time I've made maps. First time we've talked to Dernan about the resurrection thing. A lot of things that we've done for the first time this time around.
Maybe that means
I'm a
it's time to
completely
do
different
something.
person from whom I was.
Well, as far
That
as I'm
much I can
concerned,
say
it's
for
just
certain.
Another cycle.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I think part of it is I think that we have someone intervened on our behalf.
Yeah. But it's like it's the same person who's intervening on everyone's behalf, so what?
I don't think it's an exact science. This
No.
intervening thing. I think it's more throwing darts at a dartboard.
All right. I had
Yeah, and we were her latest dart. Yeah.
I had a theory about that broken contract thing.
Oh,
Perhaps I said I'd sell my soul to that fiend, and then I resurrected, and my soul wasn't given to them.
Oh yeah, that would piss him off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You owe so.
Yeah. I don't remember it though. I might be
Yeah, but
cursed.
if I learn another thing and it ends up being, well, you and your warlock is another part of it, then I swear that I'm not allowing myself to be alone with you because weird stuff happens.
I should really talk to my patron at some point.
Which one?
Oh,
The one that I have currently that I can contact.
I think I found something here.
But
Okay.
what'd you find? Looking over shoulder as if I could possibly read this, but I can't.
All right, it says here on this page, Victor, my guardian, you must convince your master of combat to depart. She has begun to succumb to the madness of the Undermountain. If she remains, you will find yourself at the point of a blade, and this cycle will begin anew. For both of your sakes, you must convince her to leave, and if you cannot, you must abandon her. Hollyhock will either be your salvation or your destruction.
I wonder which one it was.
Well, considering who's not in the party right now.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if you convinced her to leave or if we abandoned her.
Oh, that part.
Well,
yeah.
is that current or past? Are we talking past tense or current tense?
I mean,
Because if it's current tense, I'm going down that well right now, and we're going.
as far as I can tell, these are all past notes.
Oh.
This one,
Yeah, and
I'll say this, Victor. This one seemed to be before your entry about the castle with the giants.
Okay, I will mention, and it's a pretty old one then.
Oh.
and
So how
abandon
is a deep
asking someone to split up that deep into
Oops.
the Undermountain is almost kind of a death sentence unless you have some kind of warp back.
Which we do. Actually.
We do, but we still didn't see her in Skullport.
Yeah.
Unless that wasn't our home base.
Which if she's
that
up
time.
here, then
Well,
there is a
it's not
chance
that-
that she hasn't died yet.
Or maybe we just didn't run into her.
But we did learn that she is probably a fighter. From
Yeah.
the Master of Combat bit.
Well, we did make it down pretty far.
I'll
Maybe
be honest.
she's down that far.
Wait, was it specifically mentioned Hollyhock before he read that entry?
Well, her name's at the end of the entry there. Hollyhock will either be your salvation or your destruction.
Well,
So-
I'll be honest. Before you mentioned Hollyhock, I thought it was referring to Yuliy.
No.
I mean, in the current party, kind of.
You got me. I'm actually here to kill
I don't think
y'all.
I don't think she needs the madness of the Undermountain to make her any more mad.
Yeah.
Alcohol will do that on its own just fine.
I'm fine. I found out
Look,
more about what we've been doing in the past than anyone else has.
Oh
That
yeah,
is
absolutely.
true.
No argument there.
Yeah.
This complicates my errand to the Castle Answers then.
You know, be hilariously complicated. One of us was dating
What?
Holly. Man, that would just be. Anyway,
Victor, do you have something to say to the
I
class?
feel like out of everyone, it probably would have been you.
I'm just.
Yeah.
Well, I have no idea.
Victor,
If
are
that
you
was a-
reading stuff that we can't read? That's not nice.
I was starting this as a joke, and oh my gosh, I think I turned the wrong way on this one. So
Victor, I'm being very
Random
serious right
conversation.
now. I'm tired. I have been sober for who knows how long. Please
I
don't
don't-
lie to me right now.
I don't know, Yuliy. I honestly don't freaky know what our relationships to Holly was, other than apparently she was a companion, but I don't know anything further than that than you do. I really wish I did.
We also learned that Victor is a guardian of Shantae.
Yeah, that's kind of a cool thing.
Yes. So real fast, Victor, do you want to describe how it looks when you read the book?
I can't
Or would you like
remember.
me to?
You go ahead, because I'm a little hazy on that detail.
So the way it specifically works is that Victor has to take a source of liquid ink, usually being the best one, and lay it at the top of the page, and it spreads out across, forming the letters that for a few brief moments before the ink sloughs off the page entirely.
Ah.
That's cool.
Can the rest of us see that?
Very briefly, yes.
Cool.
But he can see it a lot longer.
Yeah.
I'm sort of attuned to the book to do it.
Yeah, basically.
Interesting. But that it's also pretty. You have to use a lot of ink to actually read through a bunch of it.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yep. Just
And, which is why it has the caveat of if you actually like permanently transcribe anything, it takes like an hour
Mm-hmm.
because you have to do it. You have to do it every couple of sentences. because it doesn't last quite that long.
All right.
I want to buy a bottle of back.
I mean, worth noting, it sloughs off in a way that you could probably just pour it back into the bottle you're using. So I don't think it actually uses that much. But
Or you could like set up a tray,
yeah.
catch it, and then pour it back into the bottle.
There you go.
So yes.
Okay.
So yeah, Yuliy learned a lot in her little one-person adventure.
No kidding.
Yeah, we found someone who actually knows us very well.
Mhm.
Good job, Yuliy.
Yeah, Sola's
Really?
really cool, and we need to
Yeah.
convince her to give me that bottle. It's really cool.
Yuliy has definitely
sure.
been the most helpful when it comes to figuring out stuff about our pasts.
Because it's
Yeah.
important. Not
Like she had
knowing
that
stuff.
dream that none of the rest of us had.
Because it was a near-death experience, but yes.
Yeah. She's like
I'm
the
not
only
doing
one
that again.
that's done that stuff.
I also lost that pickaxe.
Oh yeah.
It's okay. We'll get
Okay.
there.
Are
What to
these
do
the
with
worst loss?
Castellanters? What to do about the Castellanters?
Well, for now, maybe we should just leave them alone.
I still kind of want to know what they hired me for.
You can still
And
go. Like I said, we didn't tell you that we were doing this. So as if they even know that it was me and Lander and Sola, they wouldn't know it was you.
So
I
we
wonder
just
which
have
of us initiated it.
We
we
just
just have Yuliy and we just them and
Maybe-
just do not go
maybe
along
be a little quieter when you say that out loud.
Right?
Just frickin'.
I just don't think
I-
that if you go,
I go to the door and check just surreptitiously.
Half the tavern's at the door listening.
You hear the sound of a pretty bad lute playing in front of the door.
I kick the door open to try and smack that guy.
Roll strength, I guess.
no, I wanted to kick the door down.
There'll be another door. for
Hell
you to kick
yeah.
down.
I wanted to kick down the door to the cleric's house.
Oh boy.
You can still do that.
All right, let's see. Let's see how good his reflexes are. The answer is probably not great, but we'll find out. Oh,
Good at this point.
Really good, actually.
yeah. Okay.
Oh.
No, he. I think it still catches him by surprise, and he's crawling, but he doesn't take any damage just from getting kicked.
Wait, would that mean that
No,
he
I
would
just-
get disadvantage because it's like from
Oh, it is.
surprise?
You're right. It is surprise. So I'll roll
Sneak
again.
attack!
Hold on. Oh, that's way worse. You're right. Yeah, no, he does 100% take damage from this.
Sneak attack.
Just kick pow.
All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and roll 1d4
1d4?
and 1d or whatever your sneak attack bonus is as well.
You're welcome.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome.
Maybe don't kill him right off the bat.
It's fine.
He's fine. He definitely looks a little messed up, and you can see that in the process of being kicked, his loot kind of flew into the well.
He's got more than 5 hit points. He's not a normal person.
I grab, while he's dazed, I
It's got
grab
more than
him
14 hit points.
two-handed by the scruff, pull him back into the room, and just hold him onto the table.
You hear from behind you, finally! And then the sound of a bar fight breaking out as someone proclaims him to be their favorite musician.
Oh, hello, cat. Stop that. That hurt.
Make sure the door is closed behind me with my foot.
Yep.
And hold him to the table.
Yes. Hi. Hello. Yes. How
Who
may I help
hired
you?
you?
No one. I recognize interesting.
To follow us.
What? I've been here longer than you.
Yeah, maybe start off with who he is.
Who are you?
I am but a humble bard, Matra Mereg, known as Three Strings in these parts, at least. Well, before my loot. Oh God, I have
Someone else roll insight, please.
Not a skill I'm great at.
I want to roll something else that I was going to roll anyway.
Victor's good at it, though.
I wanted to roll. Let me roll this!
You got insight rolled.
No, I was rolling something else!
Presentation.
Oh
there we
boy.
go.
Okay. So, Usk, Yuliy, Lander, Jhank, he seems fairly normal. Victor, he is lying. He is not quite the bard he pretends to be.
I mean, clearly, you're not
Or
that
he
much
could be a
of a
bard.
good
That part was
bard.
obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
He
BS
looks.
meter's clicking.
If any of you say that out loud, he looks extremely offended. And Yuliy, you are very successfully dating. In fact, he kind of shuts up. So, he is currently being very quiet, just sort of looking between all of you and trying to very much avoid at Yuliy.
How about you tell us?
Let's-
Oh, that's a very bad one. I'm gonna
Let's-
use lucky.
let's-
Reroll that. Persuade him to tell us stuff.
That's
Eh,
better.
Better, not great.
10 points better.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to contribute?
I'll roll just because, even though my charisma is not great.
I already rolled to
Nope.
make him shit his pants.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty much. I mean, this is just adding to Lander's roll. So,
Yeah.
oh
That's
snap!
good.
Victor is just the empath today.
Yeah,
It just doesn't
Yep.
want me to roll on the thing.
That's-
I'm not. It
Uh.
doesn't want me to roll in the box.
weird. Maybe
Have
maybe
you-
the connection's messed up a little bit. There we go.
Probably.
Performance.
You know what?
You know what? I'm gonna show him just how bad of a bard he is.
See, I don't care. I don't care. It's
I feel
fine.
like Jhank on some level also doesn't care that much about what's going on, and that's probably why his intimidation isn't very high.
Probably. Let me go ahead and I think upon the like, oh, the performance challenge, let me go ahead and roll his real.
Bet it's gonna be a lot better.
So do we just grab this guy and draw him into the room?
He's a bard of the cosmos.
Yeah,
that's what
I
happened.
pulled him into the room. Yeah.
Okay.
Nope, not as good. But really good skill.
Yeah,
He's
no.
still a bard.
I think he's a little freaked out, but you can tell he's actually like the whole like shitty bard thing he was doing in there is an act. He's actually
Yeah, it
a
was-
really good bard.
He's a College of Shadows.
Well,
Um
pretty good actor.
Thank you, I guess. What do you need to know? What? Just please don't hurt me.
Who hired you, and what was your mission?
I'm with the Harpers.
Oh.
So why are you listening in on our conversation?
Victor, is he being legit there?
Is he?
Since you got the
Yes.
beat on him?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He is
Okay.
legitimately a Harper agent.
I feel like I should know this, but who are the
Felrax
Harpers?
is a Harper.
Yeah.
Like the guy
The-
who's been
the-
helping
the
you out as a
people-
Harper.
Yeah, the people who've been housing us basically down
Oh,
in
okay.
Skullport.
Yes.
We're aligned with the Harpers.
Yes.
Okay.
At least
Sure.
tangentially.
Nominally, yeah.
Yes.
Sure. Those
Um
are words.
he very simply goes, "Look, I just wanted to, when there was a moment, talk with you. That was all."
Well, we're
speed
here,
created
so
a
talk.
moment, so
Well,
talk.
I mean, yeah.
Let's let him sit down.
He is sitting. The table is a
sitting?
seat.
Okay. Oh,
The
well,
Or like a bed.
All right, I as a show of good faith, let him stand up, but I keep my back to the door. Yeah.
No, that's fair.
Or Jhank, apparently.
Junk is the door.
Don't use
He
door.
he takes a moment and he examines his collar, and you see this great look of disappointment show on his face, like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to get this really cleaned and like fixed."
Someone want to guard the
Um,
window too, as a just in case.
I'm sitting
I mean,
in front
I'm-
of what window? Oh, is that a window?
The one that I'm sitting in front
Yeah.
of?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. He can't get out of here without. He can't flee
Ah,
without.
no,
listing
I was
a
sitting
dash or
here.
something.
Yeah, no
I'll
worries.
engage and
He's,
dash,
he's
yeah, no,
definitely
he's-
not.
I'll lean up against the window. Just
Um,
hopefully no one snipes me in the back of the head.
You know that thought.
Actually, no. Stay away from windows. Actually,
Yeah.
I
it's
don't
fine.
have my marker. I can't put myself there.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I'm not blaming anyone. Otherwise, so I'm going to put Lander there, but it's
You
actually
can be
me.
Durnan.
No, you're a detriment to my health.
Anyways, he after sort of like disappointingly examining his collar. Okay, look, I just wanted to know whether or not my delivery to Skullport made it. That was all. And I also wanted to check on Okay, two things.
What
Just-
delivery?
Well, that's going to be hard to say.
Why?
Yeah, we're on a new cycle here.
Uh,
Do you know what that means?
no,
We
I
don't remember you at all.
Basically, it means that we have no clue what you're talking about.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I just really hope you didn't lose those. I
Lose what?
just it was a small payment of 150 gold's worth of moonstones that I was sending down to Skullport. So I just
Stones.
yes, I just hope you had. I owe someone down there some money, and I really would like to not lose that.
Who was it?
It's a friend of mine named Bonnie. She's she's not the usual sort of denizen of Skullport, and I just wanted to make sure she was doing all right, and also make sure she didn't slit my throat at some point. But
When we woke up, we didn't have any moonstones with us.
So maybe we delivered them.
our
How long ago was this?
this was a good 3 weeks ago, I believe. Our
Right, when I started my vacation, right?
yes, I know I saw you put them in that fancy bag of yours. Are you sure you lost that?
Can I check the bag?
Well, maybe we didn't lose it. Maybe we actually gave it to them.
Can I just check the bag?
No,
of
I've-
Sounds like something to
I've
look
still
into
got
next time
that
we are down
fancy
there.
satchel. Don't.
No, not the bag. The moonstones.
Let me just double check the parcels here. I believe. Yeah, you
Oh,
did.
the moonstones.
Hey,
Ooh.
Platinum ring. So do we still have that then?
Oh, it was in the one with the gold insignia thing.
Yeah, it was.
We recovered 3 moonstones.
That would be the amount I gave you.
Well,
I thought you said
150.
100
it's 150 gold worth.
Gold's worth.
Oh.
Oh,
I didn't give you
okay.
100. He didn't give you 150. That would be really cumbersome.
That'd be
Yeah.
crazy.
Well,
Knowing that conversion, that's nuts.
Yeah.
I guess we still have them. We can deliver that in a bit.
who's
Yeah, we'll
finger
be
is that?
heading back to Skullport within the day.
Okay.
Yeah, we can complete that delivery. Yeah.
Okay. And
You
just
might need a description of the person, though.
well, she's sorry, I'm pulling up her character sheet.
She's got a sheet.
Yes, she does.
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
She is a human. She's human. She's about 5'4", brown hair, lovely features, terrible gray eyes that pierce into your soul.
Does she have a place of residence in Skullport? Like an address or something?
Yes, she is responsible for one of the many establishments down in Skullport. She is. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up that again now. Sorry,
Yeah,
there's a lot
sorry.
of different things.
Is the platinum
I
ring
know.
also part of it?
No, that's may I see that?
Sure.
Does it still have a finger in it?
No, it's just a signet ring. He is going to look at it and go, "Oh, this is the symbol, the inscription. This is a House Rosnar ring.
Right.
This is
Because it's mine. Because I put it into my pouch.
Oh.
He sort of, did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
He sort of gives you a weird look when you say that.
No? Is that not what happened?
It would just, I mean, I am not extremely familiar with House Rosnar, but it would be quite strange for them to have a bugbear in their midst, given that they are a family of drow.
Well, I work for them,
I thought
right?
you worked for the Castlanters, did you not?
I mean, I
He was hired by the
do, but it's-
Castlanters,
yeah,
but he's
but my
of
debts.
House Rosnar.
Yeah, my debts are to
The
House Rosnar.
the
Triple agent.
the debts you have is to House Castellanter.
Oh, my debts is to House Castellanter.
Yes.
But he is Usk of House Rosnar.
That is what
I
he referred to himself
thought-
as when leaving the first session. Yes.
Ah, I see.
But,
So it might be a misunderstanding.
Or it could be a couple hundred other things, but
Could be.
After the awkward pause in this conversation, Three Strings will continue. She helps run the overflowing urn with Gareth.
That name sounds familiar.
is it a pub? Please tell me it's a
Out of
pub.
character.
Please tell me it's.
Yes, it's
of course, there's like 18 pubs down there. Because what else are they gonna do?
I
Yeah.
know, but I need to know which one.
You've got alcohol from all of them.
yes, it is a pub, and also it provides, I believe, various forms of building material and oil, things like oil and pitch for building and lighting to keep Skullport from being completely in the dark, barring the giant flaming skulls. So I'm guessing you haven't seen her.
We haven't yet, but
That we know of.
Well, it did
Well,
encounter the one.
If we go to her and she remembers us, it will be far from the first time today. But not on this cycle yet. But we can complete this delivery for you. That is just fine. We have no obligation not to.
Yeah. And if we did, we don't remember it.
And about my loot, could I?
Yeah, how deep is
perhaps-
the well?
Deep enough that it's broken.
Ah,
Oh.
How much was it?
Well, I suppose I could buy a new one for 15 gold pieces.
Yeah, I'll give you 20.
He's not. As far as you can tell, Yuliy, he's not lying. So
Listen.
it is getting a little hard to keep track of all these people that want you dead.
I don't trust this man. I don't trust anything that's going on, and I'm still sober.
You are still
Trust no one.
regrettably sober.
Did Jhank learn anything new?
With that, you can tell that. Here's what I'm gonna say. You can tell he's actually underselling how, because he just does not want to deal with you right now.
I'll give him 20 of my own gold. It's fine.
Yeah. So, yeah, he very much just wants to kind of be out of there right now.
All right. If that's all,
just make sure you didn't hear any of our previous conversation.
I was a bit busy at the moment, so no, I did
Good.
not.
Good. All right, you can be on your way. I don't have
Well,
anything
Just
else.
waiting. Why did you stand directly in front of the door, you dumbass? All right.
Jhank,
And you could have
Jhank
knocked.
Jhank will give him another 5, so he's got 25 total from the two of them.
He thanks you nervously, and then heads out. He peeks before he completely closes the door. He peeks back in just for one more second and goes, Also, when you meet Bonnie and her employer Gareth, please don't kill them. I know they seem different, but please, that they're perfectly fine.
Why would we want to kill
Okay.
them?
Skullport has a lot of types. It's
I mean, you says that like we have something to hold against them. Also, if they are in the Undermountain, we could kill them, but they'd come back anyway, so what's the point?
I mean, I'm not indiscriminately killing people, at least not this cycle.
if they
Who
attack
knows
us,
if I
no
was last
promises.
cycles?
You all know how doppelgangers can be, and he closes the door.
Ah,
What?
Good to know.
now is that doppelgangers is in like an actual race, or doppelgangers is like other people?
Doppelgangers as in the monster type.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that would be the terrible gray eyes that pierce into your soul.
Yeah, pretty
Probably
much.
an indication of that.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's fine. I can do that's nothing at this point, honestly. I'm not phased by that.
Yeah.
I'll take it over the gibbering mouther.
If they don't try to attack us, why should we attack them?
They probably
Yeah, exactly.
won't.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Steal our identity.
After everything we've learned, I really hate to insist on this, but I need to hear it straight from the Castellanters what's going on. It's not the smart play, but they hold a lot of answers to what my whole situation is, and it's getting impossible for me to ignore.
All right.
So it
The
just
rest of
goes-
you don't have to go, but
Yeah, I
need
feel
to go.
like me,
Don't
Yuliy,
think
and
I
Victor should
should.
probably go to
I don't think we
Cleric's
should go.
house.
Where?
Yeah, you guys.
The three of us should probably go to the cleric's house. I don't know
Yes.
about Jhank. Jhank can do whatever.
I don't know. Maybe take Jhank. Be nice to
famous
have a
last
shield.
words.
Look
Jhank
at it
could
this
go
way.
with
I'll-
us.
I'll
Jhank
be-
Go
could
with
go with
Jhank,
us.
then you have a way to get out if it goes bad.
I'll be fine if I go by myself. I can take care of myself.
Yeah, but then you're leaving Jhank alone. Do you think that's a good idea?
No, I thought just goes with you guys to wherever you're going.
He could go with us. I don't
True.
know if that would change anything.
Now, why are we going to the cleric?
Because that's where the fighter is.
No, the fighters
What?
in
Well, that's
Under
where the proof was.
the that
The proof that the
cleric house is
Castellanters.
where the
Proof that we killed the
Castellanter's proof.
Castellanter?
It's the proof
the
that the
proof-
Castellanters are devil worshippers and that their heir,
Right.
Osvaldo, was in fact a chain devil.
Okay.
Ah. So that's why we killed him.
That's why you and I and Sola and the cleric killed him.
That is the way I was referring to.
The Castellanters are going to be watching that location if that's where the murder went down.
No,
They
the
already
murder
know.
happened on their property.
Oh.
Yeah, which is why we should,
Oh,
me
wow.
and Lander especially, should probably not go to the Castellanter property. They might not have seen
Yeah.
us when we went the first time.
Well, the
think you're a
butler
bit
saw
more-
us, but the butler might not have known
They-
us. Certainly knew
Yeah.
us.
I think they were more concerned with us because he was the one asking questions.
Yeah.
And breaking into their property. I did pick the lock and break through. No, we broke through the gate.
Yeah,
And there was
Yuliy
the alarm
axed
that
it.
went off.
Alright.
Yes, I did. I remember this.
Apologies, I will be right back one more time.
All right.
Axed her to let him through.
I asked it a question with my foot.
Look,
Your
if,
foot's an axe?
I mean,
Hmm.
I go there alone. I'm just an employee asking questions. I go there with a group. I'm.
But you came with the group last time.
Yeah, and it didn't go well, did it?
Well, they
Yeah.
were also mourning.
And they also brought the guards on us.
Yeah, because you broke in.
Going in solo will be just less threatening.
Yeah.
hmm
At least bring the dog with you.
I mean, you sure it's kind of yours and Jhank's, so I don't want to impose. I'm also not really a dog person.
Listen,
Also
I
feel like it
don't
might be kinda
like
dangerous.
sending people off by themselves.
It's
If
just a
anyone's
quick
going to be
errand
fine
ask
by
them some
themselves,
questions.
it's going to be Usk or me.
You should
By
not
the way-
go.
By the way, thank you for bringing Crunch back alive.
He is my hero.
Okay.
You keep saying
Yeah, why?
You will have
Yeah,
to
keep
tell us
saying
more
that.
about
What
Sorry.
happened?
He bit the rears of so many Xanathar guild. Didn't you, Crunchbutt? Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
That
Who's
sounds
that
like a
good
very
dog?
good
A
dog.
bunch of You pissed off the Xanathar guild.
No,
didn't
they
Great,
they
man.
started stalking us like little creeps, and then Sola found us.
I mean, yeah,
Gotcha.
apparently
I didn't take out
the
a weapon. I am innocent of all wrongdoing.
well, good for you.
All right, if it was just a bunch of dog bites, then that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the
Better
Xanathar
dog bites
guild
than
apparently
great sword
was
fights.
tracking us so that they could get in contact with us.
Something like that.
That I totally
Some of
could have
them anyway.
taken their Goliath, though. I totally could have.
Maybe with a few concussions.
Probably,
Yeah.
but
It would have been fine.
yeah, but like I'm on good terms with them, so let's keep that relationship while it's still valuable.
The discussion about how to split the party.
No.
Yep.
What?
Yeah. Because we're still unsure about where Zhang's going to go.
Okay.
Look, if you're investigating some kind of like proof of devil worship site, you need the numbers more than I do.
I will go.
It's
go
not
with.
the devil worship site. It's the home the cleric owned. That's where they hid the proof.
I will go to Galeric site.
All right.
I mean, if anything, the people who are after me aren't going to go bother us anymore if they know I'm going in this direction.
Well, maybe they don't know that.
Mm,
If they bother me, I'll deal with them.
Although I guess if you show up without a disguise, then they might notice you over us.
Right now, they know I'm the point of contact.
hmm
So probably best for you to stay in disguise so that they are far off your trail.
Yeah.
But I need to go to the Castle Hunters and get some straight answers, because apparently I might not be Usk of House Rosnar.
Oh.
Oh.
I might have made an assumption there.
I think at the very least, I'm not stopping you to go. You should. My only thing is that you should totally have someone with you. But when you talk to them, don't mention that we killed.
Please, I'm a professional.
Why would he?
I don't know. I sort of almost screamed it in the middle of a bar. I don't know. Someone get
And this
me
is
a
without
drink.
alcohol.
This is because
If
no
there-
alcohol.
Look. If
I've run
Look,
from
Yuliy,
Skullport
Dude.
with my
Yuliy.
mouth shut.
you know that if there's one thing you can trust me to be, it's discreet about sensitive information, right?
Yeah, but what if they ask you about where we are?
If they ask me about
That
where
counts
they
as
are,
sensitive information that he can be discreet about.
hmm
I know how to lie, Yuliy. Do you not know how to lie?
No.
Well, I mean,
Oh.
for what it's worth, I pestered her the whole way here about telling about down there, and she kept her mouth shut. So
That
wasn't a
wasn't
lie, though.
lying. That was not talking. When I told you
Well,
I would
okay.
tell you, which I did.
It was a mission.
You're a paladin. I'm a rogue. Rogues know how to lie. Okay.
she knows
He
how to
has a
keep her
point.
mouth shut. That should suffice, all right?
Anyway, we're burning time, and we can only be on the surface so long until we all have a nice ashy evening. So we should get moving.
Have fun exploring the cleric's house.
Yay.
I'm gonna hitch a ride to the Castle Hunters to get some answers.
Have
All
fun
right.
storming the castle.
All right. Before we finish for tonight, I do want to do stuff with the Castle Lanners and what happens with the cleric next week. I think is that okay with everybody?
I
Yeah.
was offering to just do that as like a side session.
As a side session? Okay, yeah.
or we could do it just live right now if everyone's willing to sit through that.
Yeah, I mean,
Whichever.
Which
Unless you want to surprise us.
Unless
if we
it's
want to
gonna
do it
like
now,
take
I'm
another
willing to-
hour.
Yeah, that was my concern.
I don't know that it will. Still, yeah, we'll do it as a private thing then. But in that case, I am going to have to. I think we'll have to call it a night then, because I need to do a little bit of prep work for the cleric's house.
All right.
Sure thing.
So yeah, this has been fun. Boy, do I love putting stuff on y'all.
Yep. Can't wait to figure out what I did in the past life.
I'm currently anticipating what Jhank will learn about his past lives.
Asuka's actually Cloud Strife, goddammit, Tico.
Yeah.
All I know is that I have really weird stuff happen to me, especially if I'm alone with Lander, and I don't want it to happen anymore. I killed someone. I had some freaky darkness spill out of a book, and people die in my arms. Let's not.
Was that my book or was that Victor's book?
I don't know.
Okay.
I might
Honestly,
have been
that
freaking
piece of
out when Victor first mentioned it, and I wasn't with you guys.
That piece of advice might be what helps us win this round, this cycle. Just don't leave Yuliy and Lander together. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, in that case, that'll be session 13 of The Forgotten Ones. Thank you for listening to our Spudventures. If you like what you heard, you can find more at youtube.com/Newbiespud or spudventures.libsyn. That's libsyn.com. We aim to live stream these games every Sunday around 2 p.m. Pacific. It'll be a little late today, but aim around 2 p.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/Newbiespud. If you want to keep up with this and other projects I'm doing and get notifications for when streams are going to go live, you can follow me at Twitter at Newbiespud. And if you want to support my ability to produce more content like this, please consider supporting me at patreon.com/Newbiespud. See you next time, for real this time, with what I'm going to probably call the Voyages of the Takeout.
Yay!
Yep.
And I will be fully prepared this time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be real interesting. It's going to be stars with that number, but also something I'm calling the spyglass system. Going to be real interesting. See you then.
See you.
Bye bye.
Bye.